I'm in the spot, I'm in the bar, I'm trying to get a beer. 250 for life, I ain't paying that shit here. I walk over to the lady, she said, you look hot. I said, I'm a working man, give me cold shot. She said, you ain't no hot boy, and you can be replaced. I said, you ain't seen nothing through that chocolate in her face. I drink while I'm driving, I'm living to I'm swerving left, I'm swerving right, I'm making everything. I'm looking me, I'm wearing.
We on? Well, Prophet farted right before we started, so he tripped us right off the start. So good afternoon. It must be a Tuesday, and it must be Delco because we're live on Delco Live. Do you guys know what 2 days from now is the anniversary of? It would be February 4th that I'm talking about.
February 4th.
2-4. What happened on February 4th?
Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the fucking Super Bowl 3 years ago.
That's why we did. That's why we had one show and then we're off for 4 weeks.
Well, no, that's why we had to call in a history expert to remind you guys of the past. Because we all know that we have no future.
We're from Delco. Isn't that all we do is live in the past?
That's true. Yeah. We should discuss that, but what we all did during that. Shit. So tonight we've got an actual historian who knows things about Delco, not just us talking about when we peaked in high school. Oh my goodness!
Sorry. This is where you go. You're fired. Get out.
That's my biggest fear is me yelling it. Because that's all I hear all day in my voice.
Is it like the old Street Fighter games where you could actually choose your own character that you're fighting against?
Like Scorpion against Scorpion, but one of them's like orange instead of yellow.
Yeah, they just render it a different color.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much all I hear all day is my own demons yelling at each other. So I hate the sound of my own voice. But anyway, we have a great sponsor nowadays, don't we, Al?
Yes, we do. We have many great sponsors. Let's start with Vegas Vapes. Check them out at vegasvapes.com. 4 great locations: Bryn Mawr, Folsom, Trapp, and Upper Darby. You can find them on Facebook, Google, and the Snapper chat as well.
Oh, of course, Al.
Instagram.
One day Al will catch up with that. Al peaked with technology in 2006, and he's
as
good.
The guy who built this place.
Yeah.
I peaked in 2006.
Al peaked with social media in 2006. Al is a technological whiz for the year 2006.
Okay. But don't gamble with your health. Go to vegasvapes.com. They have pickup. They have delivery. They have everything you need in the vape world. Different options throughout there. Like I said, Bryn Mawr, Folsom, Trapp, Upper Darby, vegasvapes.com. But also, get your awesome Delco. Get all your Delco wares at delcotees.com, including the awesome Get All America Delco Watch Winter Cap.
You're gonna need it.
And also, the Flyers are doing awesome, and Delco loves the Flyers, so you get your Grit City shirts. They're out too. I'll throw some.
Wake up, Delaware County! Wake up!
And I want to welcome our newest sponsor, Kenwood Beer, a better light beer. Kenwood Beer. They're not. We don't have to just go with Bud Light or Miller Lite anymore. You got Kenwood, a superior product, a premium light beer, available everywhere in Delco. It's made right in the Philadelphia area. And you're like, well, where do I get Kenwood at? It's very simple. Go to kenwoodbeer.com. Click on the old Kenny tracker to find out who has Kenwood, or follow them on social media at Kenwood Beer. And then
they also have a Snapper chat.
I'm sure they do at Kenwood Beer.
Yeah.
And also, if you're out and about and you're like, say you go to Dolan's Bar at 24 East Sellers Avenue, you can grab yourself a Kenny there or any other amazing alcoholic.
I believe they have it on tap. Am I wrong?
They have it on tap.
It is very refreshing off the tap.
It's like really good.
You know what it is? It's like a Yingling that doesn't have a chance to be skunked. You know, Yingling can be great or it can be skunked. Kenwood is just only great.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's only great.
And it's made right here in the area. You can't beat it. Kenwood Beer.
Do you know what it's named after, Al?
Yes, I heard it's named after a street in Delaware County. Correct?
Oh, yeah, Drexel Hill, I believe.
Oh, Drexel Hill.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, so because this is Delco Live and we're not PG, I once finger blasted a lady on that street.
My lady.
So I hear Kenwood, and I think, I think of mittens.
They say chivalry is dead. Jesus.
I'm just thinking of Penguin.
We always said, we don't, the superhero thing's cool. We can.
Like, did you fondle her the same way the Penguin did, putting the button on the girl and
That's
Batman
a weird
Returns?
word, Al. Fondle.
Fiddle.
Yeah, I took this chick over the bar and made wicked coitus to her.
I fucking quoted her so good.
Yeah. God, I intercourse the hell out of her.
Yeah, how else you guys talk? That's my dirty talk.
We had delightful cunnilingus.
But welcome everybody here on the chat, where we'll throw you guys up there. At Uncle Spiggy's, apparently they call it Snapchat, Snapper Chat, or Snatch Chat. I'm sorry,
Snatch chat.
Snatch Chat.
Get that snatch in the chat.
Ryan Doyle believes that's a great beer as well. Goes well with whiskey. That's something we'll all have to try.
Oh,
Yeah.
like a little Boilermaker?
Yeah,
Yep.
What would we name a Boilermaker in Delco that involved Kenwood and whiskey?
Boiler Room.
Oh, I like that. I'm a big
Yeah.
fan. So we're not alone tonight, guys.
Not alone.
The Sausage Fest is now officially a six-pack.
He may leave after that opening, though. We'll find out.
We've got a full six-pack of wieners tonight. Joining us tonight is you go by Motel Jorge.
Yeah.
So you're pretty prominent in the Delco chat, local community pages and all that. And everyone's probably seen your name spelled out and all that. They probably know who you are. They've seen it because you post some fucking fire ass comment and shit. You basically, when the world was going way too Delco over the last year, you stay consistent. Here's real facts, and you were good with it. So we brought you here because you seem to know what you're talking about, and we don't. And we've got some questions.
Oh, I look forward to them.
Okay, cool. So,
Well, hold on. But just if he's saying you got fire on social media coming from Holbrook, that's like would you say the highest compliment you could get?
Yep.
I'm
Because-
not that active.
No, yeah, but no, you will trash anybody. You will trash anybody that you figure if they have no social media game. Like if you call it Snapper Chat in jest, you will destroy their being over and over and over again and insult their technologically sound.
This is all about the 2006.
Yeah.
In 2006.
Oh, yeah, I'm
No, this started an hour ago.
I'm gonna slash your tires.
Kenwood.
I'm gonna slash your tires later. I'm just being fair.
Someone keeps knocking my goddamn side view mirrors off. And
I'm
it's
just
not
saying, I
me.
got diabetes. We see what happens with guys like that. We don't kind of, it happens. Just saying.
Pancreas isn't stuck in 2006. Oh,
Okay.
Hey,
okay. So Mateo Jorge, is that what you want to go by the whole time?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So your profile pic is not you. It's like a cartoon or some shit usually, right?
Yeah.
So we actually thought that you were significantly older, but you seem like you might be around our age. We thought you were significantly older because the history you throw out, it's very specific. And it goes back, it goes back to the 50s sometimes. Sometimes it's like early shit too. We're like, oh, this is just someone growing up with really good memory and all that. You apparently see things, know stories, and get it. So where are you from?
I'm originally from Glen Olden. I
What?
grew up there. I live in Prospect Park now.
So did you go anywhere in between Everly County?
No,
Okay.
tried, but my wife decided after looking at 75 houses that she wanted to live in Prospect Park. So I'm in Prospect Park.
Where'd you meet your wife at?
Oh, where I used to work at.
Where'd you start?
I used to work at Sunrise Newtown Square. We both worked there, and I met her. And, well, apparently we got along pretty well that we're still together 14 years later.
14 fucking years. How old are you?
I'm 33.
Oh wow, you're younger than
Yeah. Like me, I met my wife at work
14
too.
years. So you've been dating since I
Like, I was
can do this. 19.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Any kids?
Oh, yeah, I have a 3-year-old daughter,
Making sure that they grow up Delco as they can.
as can be.
Yeah, that's the best part. That's the best part. So you never left Delco. Is the wife from Delco as well?
No, she's from New York City.
City?
She tried to have the daughter be a Giants fan.
No!
Hell no, we put down
No!
Eagles fan. No, we put that down real quick.
That's
No.
Yeah,
What
that's
brought
not
her down here
acceptable.
from New York City. Normally it doesn't. New York
School
City.
and work. Came down here for school, and that's
Nova?
then. What's that?
Where'd you go, Nova?
No, she went to Penn State, and she transferred out here and went to Temple.
Terrible school. I went there and graduated. Something I forget.
R.I.P. Cheney.
What's up?
R.I.P. Cheney.
R.I.P. Cheney, not Cheney.
Yeah.
So you know a lot about history. Do you have any training in?
No, this is all hobby.
All
actually.
hobby.
Yeah, never
All
had
hobby.
training.
Okay. So you post a lot of photos in your stuff.
Mhm.
Okay. And those are like most of the time it's you actually taking.
Oh yeah.
Do you intentionally go out to take these photos, or are these just like, oh, I'm heading out here, like I know what happened there, let me take this picture and explain?
It's actually intentionally because I go out. I actually want to see the site, see where the history happened,
You're like Oscar.
draw a connection.
Yeah.
You can be where these people were and actually lived it, and gives you a better impression of what the history was.
All right, you've been pretty active recently too. That's why we brought your name up. Do you have like more time, or are you just like just getting out there? Doing something?
Pretty much since the pandemic started, everything's been shut down, so you got more time. And I've just been more interested, and just one thing built on another, so I keep going with it.
Okay. And so you actually plan these out. Where do you get the ideas for some of these places?
Usually, it's like in Delco memories, somebody mentioned something, I research it, or something just catches my attention, or just I'll be driving like the one ruins we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
I saw off the 476 one time a couple of years ago during winter. I'm like, what is that? End up exploring and finding out more about the history.
Yeah, we will get into some specifics because like there's ones that we have never thought about to mention. All right. So, any questions for anyone? Yeah. So far.
Did you do good in school, in history, when you were in school?
In history, yes. Math, hell no.
Wait, you went on where'd you go, bro?
And a bird, yeah, of course.
And then you like the History Channel.
Back in the day, yeah, before it was all aliens.
That's why I watch it now. I love aliens.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Are there any alien encounters in Delco or alleged alien encounters in Delco?
Not that I'm aware of, but I wouldn't be surprised. No,
I
I
was
would just imagine some people were just drunk and passed the fuck out.
There's this girl, Corey. I heard they probed
She
her.
wasn't abducted. She was destructed, and it was her a noose. The fifth installment of that series.
Why did we buy the? Why did we buy?
Fuck the
part of
branch
this
for $50.
If you're wondering what that's about, there was a porno with a chick from Delco that we got a copy of, and then it ends up the scene involved a couch, and we have the partner chair to the couch we did not know about.
Still haven't thrown it out. We have kept it knowing fact.
Mateo, you're more than welcome to go sniff it after the show.
I'm
It
really
smells
good.
like 11 years of
I'm
regret.
good. Thank you, though.
I'm like 85% sure it's truffle butter free.
Jesus.
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
Not 100%.
That's where the fades come in.
All right, so how
We
many
haven't got it tested.
how many of these groups are you in?
I'm in quite a few, but the one I like the most is Delco Memories. You have a
Yeah.
lot of people who are posting stuff about how they grew up and then other things you would never guess about.
Right. Yeah. So that one is great. Now, we belong to all the pages because we had to show and all that stuff, and that's the one I never really gave time, like because I guess it was like a little beforehand. We like to stay more current, but I've been going through it recently, and like that is a great source of just like some cool, chill backstory stuff. We get swept away with like the citizens of Clifton Heights with the no parking, the bike unloading zone out,
Or happened the Lansdowne
the
one.
Lansdowne one with the snow blower.
Lansdowne. I might pay and didn't see where it turned. Asshole.
Let's just get into that for a minute.
Yeah, we're to get into we'll start with some questions. So we always have to bring up something recent.
Recent.
Since we're a little something new, something old.
What was today?
Today was the third or second.
I live in Lansdowne, so obviously I belong to that one. I'm active enough in it. Today, someone was complaining that someone used a snowblower and plowed the entire street and all their sidewalks.
So
and all their
so just to make sure we understand,
Bastard.
he was upset because somebody shoveled,
did their work for them.
them.
The entire block.
Yeah, apparently just walked down the block with a snowplow or snow.
Aggressively angry and complaining.
Yeah, not just like, it's nice that you did it, but like you this person. Why don't we bring up the other post you were bringing?
No.
Yeah, to the screenshot.
I had the screenshot of my comment into the page.
All right, hold on, I'll pull it up.
I got it.
It's in our
You got it.
She was angry that somebody cleared
She
the
said-
whole street.
It's not that I don't appreciate, but
Well,
the
first
wording. The wording is like literally just like
you have to know the
Sure, I
wording.
didn't want to
You got to
shovel.
break it down to its each individual nook and cranny of it if you want to break it down.
But it was the whole caps lock, like a full Karen effect.
No, I don't even know if you could say full Karen because it was terrible. I don't know how else.
There's no
I got it.
justifiable
We
way to
posted
explain
Here we go.
I got it.
With all due respect to those mostly men.
All right, let's start right there. Just start right there. So you're blasting a gender for helping you. Keep going.
With all due respect to those mostly men who have a snowblower and feel the need to just keep going down the block, being generous, snowblowing everyone's sidewalk, please don't, unless you know that your neighbor wants theirs done. Some of us actually like to do our own, or we hired someone else to do it.
That's it. That's it.
Got your money ready?
I do.
Go ahead.
This lady's a fucking cunt.
$100.
100%.
So guys,
$1 in the
we came up with a new plan for those who
I'll start out
joining
with
us
5.
today.
Drop 4 more times later on.
We don't want to use the C word, but we figured if it's for charity,
It should move up to $5.
it's okay.
There's the
All right,
first
fine.
one.
Every time somebody uses a C word on this show, $5 goes into the swear jar, which goes to charity.
That's strong.
That's right.
Yeah.
Headstrong. Go to Headstrong.
Okay.
So there you go.
So that was the ridiculous post of the day.
That's justifiable C right there.
Yeah.
Like,
I might
I
pay
almost feel like we should
I
give
might
them
pay.
$10.
I'm going to pay $250 of that. That's
That's
justifiable.
fair.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
call it
he's
the
just a fucking
CCR
asshole.
fund.
The cunt canceling relief fund.
That's actually pretty perfect.
The cunts for cancer research.
5, 10,
Yeah, you guys,
$20
you guys
a
bought your
cancer.
wallet.
$15 in
We
already.
take Venmo. So
No, I'm not even the biggest offender, so like usual.
No. There we go.
So
Uh,
Mateo's not aware of any of the questions.
No, I gave him a couple.
Oh, okay.
Because
All right.
most of the ones coming up are specific ones that he's posted. on
Yeah, I mean, it's not
recently.
like we're
Okay.
trying to quiz them.
Yeah,
see if
yeah.
he's-
No, I haven't seen any.
Don't
of
put
the
him on the
posts.
spot. God, Spaz. We're not giving this guy a chance, right? We're gonna make him swear.
Listen,
I'm new here.
So what's your attack plan? So you see it in the Delco memories or any other related page. What's besides the Delco memories? Is there a specific towns page that is really helpful with this that like piques your interest?
Delaware County Historical Society.
Oh, see that's
Different ones posted. Glen Olden usually posts a decent amount of history. I've noticed.
what's their backstory? What's their go to stuff out here?
Mostly
Hell's
about the
Average.
park. Like Glen Olden Park, there's some features about it you would never know. When you go to the park, you see the one stairwell there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I fell down
That
there
used to
when we were
actually be
trying to-
2 till it was broken down, I believe, in the 90s. Like areas you just would never think about.
So there were stairs out the whole time we were.
There was 2 sets of stairwells there. And apparently, I was learning the other day from somebody who used to be a spring house back there in the day. It's like where they used to refrigerate before refrigerators were there, like back in colonial time.
Look at that!
You just learned something.
Look at that!
If you go down to Martin Park, I believe it's Upper Providence. I just found out apparently there's one right down there. You can
Spring
still
house.
see the ruins. Yeah.
What do you think? Is it like a wine cellar, like a cave?
No, it just keeps it cold because there's a natural water resource, if I recall, and it keeps it at a lower temperature.
So, like, wait, hold on. Like, did many people keep their foods in there? Or is it just one person? Had
Was
a
this
spring
like the
house?
first ever Swarthmore co-op?
No, I imagine it belonged to the family or whoever the family was that owned the plot.
Okay.
Like if you go to Colonial Plantation, Ridley Creek State Park, they have one right down there. I'm sure you've seen it. We've all been there for field trips.
Where?
Colonial Plantation.
No. My school
wasn't there.
before, or I was.
We went to Catholic school.
Yeah.
Oh.
We didn't believe.
So did I. You guys didn't go there?
We didn't go to good Catholic school.
I didn't go there with my school. I went there for other stuff.
Yeah. Mainly to drink.
Like, stumbled upon it. No, we drove through during the pandemic. There wasn't goddamn anything to do. We just drove through everything we could.
Is this where
Mine was
like,
mainly
Ghostbusting
McDonald's.
at?
No, that was
No.
like Satanville.
You're saying, yeah, Ridley Creek State Park.
Yeah, I work in there. Wow.
What do you do?
Literally, my company's office is in the middle of Ridley State Creek Park.
Is it really?
Yeah, like where I park is like one of the cemeteries. Like
In Ridley
we
Creek?
pull up to the
See,
tombstone
all those
and shit.
Kenwoods are starting to catch up with them.
No, it's a real thing. It's you know where
No.
the Fabios is?
No, I'm messing.
Yeah.
Caddy corner to that is the complex I work in, and we're all the way back, which is like the middle of Ridley Creek Park.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
It like comes up to there's deer in the parking lot all the time. When the bear was on the loose, I literally
It
was
was
terrified
you.
the whole time.
was
I was
you.
like, or I was
was
gonna
you.
get shot, people thinking I was the bear. Yeah, I don't know. So that's actually one of the things coming up. Ridley Creek Park, I don't know shit about. So what is it? Just a giant like state park with a bunch of shit in it? Like you can get married, then there's cemeteries. There's owls. I know there's owls.
Right here.
The gals.
Well, it actually used to belong to a family. I forget the name of the family, but it was a whole estate that just literally belonged to the one family. They
The
were super
DuPonts?
wealthy. No, it wasn't DuPont. I forget the exact name of the
Just a
family.
DuPont.
But the mansion where the office park is, that was actually their house where they lived at.
And they owned all that land.
Yeah, they did.
That just stretched from like Newtown Square down to like Middle Mead.
Yeah, I was also with the Riddle family, where the Riddle Hospital is now.
Yeah.
They belong to one family. Like
Yeah.
between the two of them, they own the entire area.
And they own a bunch of racehorses or something. That's all something about that, right?
Yeah, Samuel Riddle is probably the most prominent horse breeder of all time.
Of all time.
Yeah.
The Wayne Gretzky of horse breeder.
Pretty much man of war, like very famous.
And then he decided to sell them to become a Boscov's and the only AMC without nice seats.
They closed down.
Oh,
Sad.
I shouldn't be mocking a business that's a
No, that's history right there.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So you find out about these things. What are your sources to go look up things? Because most of your descriptions are pretty thorough, like with full dates and all that shit.
Pretty much Google, and then you go down with the
What's
information.
Google?
It's this fancy thing that came back in 2006.
We use DuckDuckGo here.
It's Googler.
Oh, you mean like
The Googler.
an Ask Jeeves?
Yes.
An Ask Jeeves. Okay.
Usually you can find different blog posts, websites, and stuff devoted or newspaper articles.
Have you ever checked out the history we write on delcolot.com?
I have seen a couple. It's impressive.
There's only one on thing. Sucks.
It's all about it's about one bar.
Yeah.
The history
But there's
of the bar.
history to it.
The history of the
There's
bar.
lot
Yeah,
of
I made
history.
all the history.
History comes in all different shapes and forms.
There it comes with that. Because I made that shit up. My goal is to write like a social studies history book about Delco, but I'm going to make up all of that.
That sounds
Like
amazing.
Delco-fi history.
Like, just pad the stats.
Just make the stories ridiculous.
This is where George Washington got herpes. That was
That's real though.
that was
like,
they clipped it in.
The Murray, it's Murray's or
Yeah,
whatever it is
Murray's
now.
now.
Yeah.
But it was
Really?
apparently it was
All right, have you ever covered that?
No,
Murray's Tavern in Clifton Heights. And next
we
to
do a
it is-
video of him covering
Yeah.
it.
So it's not Murray specifically. It's that one little weird building, technically between that and the 7-Eleven. It's apparently was like a brothel back in colonial time. And the claim to fame is that either George Washington, would have been George Washington. God, they clap there.
I feel like herpes probably wasn't a big deal back in
probably
the
the
day.
clap.
It's probably, yeah,
I
right?
hurt my nose in Clifton at the Columbus Club.
On the toilet seat?
Yes.
Yeah. I know that. You remember the Columbus Club?
Oh, I remember Columbus Club. It's what, Miller's now, I think it is?
Oh, no. It's
That's
closed.
he's thinking of the Knights
Oh,
of
Knights of
Columbus.
Columbus. Knights of Columbus.
Knights of Columbus, yeah.
Yeah, it's Miller's. Miller still kind of smelled like a pool in the back. Even though it's years later, they
Yeah.
don't have pool no
I
more.
hate that place.
That was your house?
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Columbus Club is in Clifton Heights, and it closed down for various reasons. And it was where you would go to just be a piece of shit after the bars told you couldn't be a piece of shit there anymore.
Oh, but you sound like you have a little history of that.
Oh, I was a full-time member under a fake name for 5 years. No one even knows the fake name.
It was like the
Mr.
RNS
Shit.
Club.
First thing,
I'm not going to give away the name because we use it for something else.
I remember that one.
Yeah. Do you have a fake name?
Oh, yeah, Mateo Jorge.
Mateo.
No, like a real fake name that you write down.
Mateo Jorge.
Oh, you
My actual name's Matthew George, but I
Yeah,
think people gave me a nickname Mateo Jorge
you-
back in
so,
Spanish
like,
class.
if you're like renting out like a really seedy motel room or like the Summit Inn, you're
Oh, probably if my wife didn't want to kill me.
I mean, if you're going to be renting out a seedy motel, just changing to the Spanish version of your name may not be the smartest of moves.
what's
Like,
your
I
it
wouldn't
is.
figure this out. You
It's
don't,
hiding in plain
you
sight.
don't have to
Listen,
take any
listen.
Spanish in your life to know that's Matthew George.
Ice-T
Here
and
I thought it was brilliant.
SVU
Oh,
would never
geez.
see that.
Huh?
Ice-T and SVU wouldn't understand.
me this guy's just using the Spanish version of his name?
It's hiding in plain sight.
You tell me these people dress up like animals and have orgies with each other? Man, this city. It's always there to just give you the crack case like that.
Yeah.
Al, what's your fake name when you sign into the seedy motel to do the debaucherous things?
Oh, no, I just give a person $100.
Oh, wow. It's a thing.
Yeah.
You got a big name you use?
Never saw me.
Yeah. Loose Skunt. LOU.
I need a
SKUNTZ.
fake name.
You don't use a fake name for like certain shit? Or
You
you
got a
order,
great one you could use.
order a pizza place that you may not be on bad terms with? You don't have a fake name?
Corona.
Well, they all got they have you dialed in now.
Yeah.
They're
when I
like,
call
"Oh, are
it out,
you?"
yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah, he's gonna go, they have ones now, and this is like, that guy, it's bad. It's like, you sure you don't want any onion rings? Like, So like the computer system, they keep your orders. I guess they track the orders, and they notice that this guy has ordered like French fries a lot. Or
Al calls double decker and like fireworks go off in the building.
Oh, dude, there's a red carpet.
Upsell.
Yeah, they roll it out for me.
There's actually
all turn to the Wolf of Wall Street. We got this guy.
I'm not leaving.
I hate you.
I'm not fucking leaving.
I'm not gonna leave.
I just knew there'd be a red phone from here to there, like the Soviet Union and the U.S. did during the Cold War.
I've been there so much.
Shit.
I've been there so much that I got a free gyro or gyro. Or,
They don't just hand them out to anybody.
They don't.
That's not a thing you just have on standby.
That's Greek currency right there.
No, I ordered it. I ordered it for my meal in between shows. I went down there. I went to go pay, and the guy's like, no, you're here enough. I'm like, that's a problem.
Yeah. No, you're here every day.
Yeah,
Every
and
day.
And then I said, well, if I'm not paying for this, I'll take a small pizza to go as well.
Which one of you smashed the plate?
I'm mad.
Huh?
Which one of you smashed the plate?
We smash a plate.
Yeah, it's like no one thing you do when Greeks are having it. Smash shit. It's Opa. Yeah, euros are fucking Greek currency.
And
euros. Euros.
No. They have Greece has nothing. Just euro, just euros, and fucking goats.
If I go to Greece, would I be rich?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. No, you would. Like you would. Like
Go
I
buy myself
Like they don't use the euro.
a little seaside land there on the Mediterranean.
They don't use the euro, and their currency shit the bed like 3 years ago.
So I got a friend who literally moves over there for like maybe 8 months at a time, and comes back for like 12.
Wait, in Greece?
Yeah,
Okay.
because he's not the major city's like doing really bad.
I'm gonna play a place of history.
Yeah,
What's the major city? Athens, I guess.
Yeah.
Athens, like the other ones like that. You know them if you heard them.
Yeah.
They're
All the
really
places you
bad.
heard of Greek
But if
mythology.
you live on like the coastline or like the small villages, they're fine and everything's just dirt cheap. It's like a disaster. It's like if you're home by nighttime when like the coyotes and wolves come out, you're
You gotta be home before the
Yeah.
coyotes and wolves come out.
See,
I mean, technically that's true anywhere.
Maybe if they just use the coyotes as currency, they can solve both
Yeah.
problems.
Put coyotes into the fucking euros.
You ever been to Greece?
I'm sorry.
You ever been to Greece?
No.
You
I've
ever
never
like
been to
left the
Greece.
country?
Caribbean, very much in Canada.
Oh, what you do in Canada?
My wife's family's up there.
Oh,
Go up to
God.
Toronto and visit.
So they're from Toronto and New York
There's
City?
the opposite.
Yeah.
It's $400,000 for a studio apartment in Verado.
Oh, it's
And New York
ridiculous.
City.
The
You
price
ever,
of
you ever watch those House Hunter
Yeah.
shows? Like
All the time.
yeah, and they have like the guys are like first part the people go, well, what are you looking to buy?
I
Like,
make slinkies
yeah, they're like
and I sell on Etsy, and he homeschools chimpanzees.
yeah.
Budget 2.3 billion.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah. They're like, oh no, a budget of 200,000.
We're just here by the
everywhere they
whole
look
West
is
Coast.
$5 million.
This one's
houses.
$6 billion. It's a little of our range, but we can't say no.
Yeah, they got places like row homes like we have around here in Delaware County, and they're selling them for like $500,000-600,000.
Yeah, it's like houses in Philly. They do that with that now. It's ridiculous.
Philly's rough because you can get instantly reimbursed if you flip. And some of them are insane. Like when the Northern Liberties was up and coming, like I just randomly looked one day. I'm like, how much is like a shit like row home on American Street, like near the Piazza, right for the Piazza's thing. And they're like $292,000. I'm like, for a fucking row home that was built in 1850 with like no plumbing and half of a bathroom. And they're like, yeah, because you can flip it and like all this shit. Not a good
Dude, that
way
was
to build
like
a community.
where I lived in Manayunk. The houses next to us, it used to be 6 houses and then a space and then 6 houses.
Yeah.
So we lived in the second set of 6 houses, like right after they started tearing down the other ones, and we watched them build like 3 houses. They bought every house for a total of like $650,000. Built 3 houses and sold them each for $600,000.
Insane.
Absolutely insane.
You got to pay the tax on it because Philly's pretty rough with that shit.
Goddamn banks.
The other thing, well, I mean, you can still rent them out, but like people aren't buying. That's the problem.
Yeah, no, but they run out shit ton of those houses.
They're just moving out of Philly and moving to fucking Lansdowne.
That's the whole thing. I got a problem with like
Gentrifying the
Philadelphia here.
foxes. They're
There's
turning the frogs gay.
people.
Alex
You
Jones.
going to Alex Jones?
Alex Jones is always right.
That's
Right about the Camaras.
Wait a minute, is that the guy that made everybody drink the Kool-Aid?
Chimaras?
Jim Jones.
Oh, that's Jim Jones.
That's Jim Jones.
He was right about a couple
Close.
things.
Yeah, a couple of things.
He didn't say good things were going to happen if you drank the Kool-Aid.
True.
This microphone smells like bad broccoli rabe.
But just brand new cover on it, that's probably why.
I'm gonna get food after this now. Thanks.
Oh yeah, that's what made you happy.
All right, let's go around the room. Start with you, Mateo. What's the most disastrous community page?
What was it? I think Sharon Hill the other day, some lady was posting about her neighbor, the property, and was just like showing all their dirty laundry. It was just like a shit show.
Finding that.
Like, it was just amazing. I'm just like, wow.
You already won me over.
Like, you're just going to show everybody this shit. And like, she was all pissy when people started turning against her. Like, she was supposed to be the hero. Incredible.
Yeah, I'll find that one for him. Al, worst community page or biggest shit show?
For a while, the media page is really starting to kick in there.
Which one? The big one or the fake?
The uncensored one, I guess.
Yeah, was it the one about the Christmas ornaments, like that whole talk a couple years ago?
I remember that one, but I have to get with Clifton. Clifton it's really hard to beat them out. The Ridley page has its moments.
Oh my goodness, does it?
I'm gonna go Clifton now. For consistency of shit show.
I got kicked out of the.
Does it have to be a community page?
Let's see what your answer is.
That's what happened.
Oh,
fuck them, yeah.
Except some of their admins are pretty cool.
Yeah, they're great.
Admins are great.
Yeah, but
some of the people in there are annoying.
Who has the best cheesesteak and go?
Yeah.
Where can I get some boys? Go.
And then the first one, following.
Day 315 of Delco Happy Hour. Who has the best cheesesteaks?
I said this to a buddy of mine when the pandemic first popped off. It was all fun and games for a week. It was about a week. And then it started getting like nasty.
Dude, the first 2 days were great.
Yeah.
And then people became
everyone's like out their windows, cheersing each other, drinking beers.
I don't think people understood the gravity of it.
No, I think people really thought it was a week, 2 weeks top that we would be under quarantine and we'll be fine.
Free vacation.
Like, that's what they thought. Like, but it's like a snow week.
Yeah.
And then just like there's nothing I hate more than like the beginner level like Delco stuff. I mean, obviously we're like next level Delco here, but just like they would ever notice that we say parishes instead of towns. Like, yes, we fucking know. Let's actually be like, oh my god, Wawa trash can. Oh my god, oh my god, Karen, did you hear that we say water wrong? Like, shut the fuck.
Well, here's the funny thing is, like, has anybody else noticed, and this is on any page or people's individual profile pages, that the eating on Wawa trash cans is like a new fad again? Like, it's like return. Yeah. Like, it's like rerunning it. Like, Stonewall Spoon's like, I'm rerunning this fad.
White trash, and I don't like eating in the car. It's a flat surface.
So I can see that.
It's not like a trendy thing. It's
usually if I'm eating on the run, I'm not going to stop and eat.
Or if I'm going somewhere, because I'm a fucking pig. So, like, I will ruin whatever shirt I have on. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'll just pop up and eat this real quick. And they're like, oh, because it's trendy. I'm like trash.
But do you take pictures of yourself and post it up on Facebook?
No, because I fuck girls and my parents love me. You know what I mean? I do other things like for clout. Like, get my own Twisted Tea, customized logo, or customized name jersey. Wear it right now.
Dolan's had one to throw in here. Should we get it up?
Please.
Yes. He goes, the restaurant review and fake restaurant review.
Oh,
there's a fake.
Speaking of that,
it's like the restaurant review uncensored. It's like one person posting the entire time. It's really pointless.
I've been officially removed from both pages.
You got kicked out of the restaurant review?
And the uncensored one.
Did you drop the C-bomb? Like,
hard C.
What, calamari? Hello.
It rhymes with fun.
That's terrible. I did.
We know the admin, so I always just get myself back in. And anytime I freak out, it was deserved. So I just deal with it.
Well, that it was like, so he's like, oh, cool. I had a bad experience at place X, and people from place X were like, fuck you, you're a worthless jerk off.
That's every single post that's ever existed in there.
That, you know what? I'll go away from the restaurant view. The place I hate the most, I don't know if it was my turn or not, is the quarantine open mic.
Right, Jim wasn't prepared.
No, I was waiting.
Yeah,
he wasn't prepared anyway. So
no, it was.
He was looking up. He was joining some groups so he could make a decision. Hold on.
No, he just
how's that Newtown Square one? Which, by the way, is terrible too.
The citizens of Delco, he's going to say.
No, I love the citizens of Delco because once a day
they're the only ones that let me post whatever I want.
Yeah, that's the one that I remember to go into once a day to approve all the posts. I forget to do that in the other groups. But I think the most scummiest, like the worst one, has to be. At one point, it was the Eddystone one. Eddystone was the greatest one because it's literally the same 15 people. Now, in the other groups, like you have towns of like 10, 15, 20,000 people. And it's still like the same 100 people, but that's where they know each other. These are like literally neighbors that could just like open their door and scream this shit at each other, and they just do it all over Facebook and just air out all of each other's dirty laundry all day.
Oh, I'm doing it tomorrow.
Yeah, I got kicked out of it because they figured out I wasn't from Eddystone.
Oh, just say that you.
I said my kids are.
I got Eddystone ties. Eddystone's a fucking.
My kids are from Eddystone.
Okay.
Kids are from Eddystone?
Yeah.
They're half Eddystone. Remember we tried to do the whole
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
ancestry.com like Delco?
I'm 50% Eddystone.
Yeah, I'd be half Eddystone, half Havertown.
Yeah. They're
What
half
are
Upper
you?
Darby, half
What's your
Eddystone.
ancestry.com?
We're 100%
I would say
screwed.
80% Glen Olden, 20% Prospect Park.
Okay.
Oh,
No, like parents and like all that stuff.
Oh, Collingdale
it's
and
still-
Springfield.
Oh, half Collingdale,
Oh,
half
wow.
Springfield.
Yeah, half royalty, half trash.
Yeah, that's
There
it.
you go.
Yeah, you can say that on here. We say it all the time.
Collingdale.
Collingdale's knows what the fuck they are.
Collingdale's a
Oh,
shit
okay.
factory.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's a lot.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
Mateo, how long has your wife's originally from New York?
Yeah.
So how long has she been in Delco? Like 14 years? You guys
I want to say probably 2006. I think she came here.
Did she did she find it weird? Is she
Wait,
used
before
to it?
Snapper Chat?
She doesn't understand how you can go down one street and be in 50 different townships.
Yeah.
Like she'll go down McDade Boulevard. I'm like, oh, we're in Holmes. We're in Collingdale. We're in Glen Olden. She's like, it's been 2 feet. How are we in different area?
Dude, that's a really it's anywhere outside. I'm talking, you don't have to go far. An hour tops.
Yep.
Delaware, Maryland. You can hit all those places.
Yeah,
and
bullshit states.
Poconos?
it's like, wow, wait a minute, hold on. You can not get on, like a lot of places you have to get on a highway or some sort of major artery to go to the next town over.
Here it's kind of cool. You're on Westchester Pike and you go through 15 towns.
Yeah.
It's or McDade Boulevard where you start in Darby and up Chester and you go through 96% Delaware.
Yeah, we could be like, I'm 3 towns away from you. All right, see you in 5.
What part of New York is she from?
The Bronx.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Does she
Oh
hit
boy,
you?
rough area.
Actually, it's Kalman. They're like really gentrifying right now. But yeah, some of it's still bad.
My only experience is going to Yankees games there.
Oh, that's a
my
real
only
bad area.
experience
And
is
you,
in
you walk
Bronxville.
up a block
Oh, yeah.
past
That-
the
you really
Mans,
went to
and
the bad area.
it's-
I
boy.
went to a Yankee game too, I guess. Didn't go there.
And she moved down to. That is
So how?
culture shock.
Yeah, I was going to say, how does she? Is she now? Would you say she deserves her Delco card?
Yeah, I would say it. She's gotten definitely used to it. There's some stuff she still raises questions about, like what the fuck.
What's like what?
Like,
I hate to say it, but why do we say water?
Oh, water.
Water.
And like she
Wow.
says water. I'm like, it's water.
Yeah.
She's like, water. I'm
It's
like,
weird 'cause
water.
when I go to New York,
Water.
I just feel like H2O.
does she have a New York like accent? Like a
A little bit, especially when she gets mad, you can hear it.
yeah.
Like coffee
her
and
Bronx is
sausage.
showing.
Yeah.
What does she say wrong besides water?
A
Chocolate
lot of like
says.
R
Nothing.
words.
She's perfect in every
Sliding.
way because she's listening.
Yeah, she is actually listening right now, so she is awesome. But there's still stuff that even I find incredible. Like I noticed a while ago, a few years ago, the Millmont Republican Club. I was like, "What is Millmont? Like, why do they name that?" Apparently, that's actually a little section there in
Yeah.
Holmes, Folsom. I didn't know that. I'm still
Inside
finding
of-
these little townships
inside
inside
of Folsom.
township.
Yep.
Yeah, it's in Folsom and it like backs up to Ridley.
So it's the
Township.
neighborhood. It's the neighborhood
Where's-
zip codes.
Yeah, I'm
They're-
still finding like these little town like sections and sections of sections.
Millmont.
Yeah,
That's like
it's zip
Havertown
codes.
stuff.
There's crossovers too. Like you could be in 2 different spots at one
Well,
time.
Millmont's Ridley and Folsom and Millmont.
My
Although
buddy
little,
lives right where Glen Olden is kind of like in the middle of everything around him is Fallcroft, except for his street. Like, we know where the radiator is, no Gav, by the
Yeah.
Verado. Like
Oh,
his
yeah,
house
yeah,
and
yeah,
street
yeah,
is
yeah.
Glen Olden. Everything around him is Fallcroft.
That's,
Dude,
that's every.
My buddy's dad, there's that cul-de-sac right by Imperials,
Yeah.
and it's like 3 different
C.
townships.
Came Ridley, Upper Darby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
He's like-
that should
He's like, I helped build this. Like he was like, when they built all the cul-de-sac, he's
Yeah.
like, I worked in 3 different towns at one time. I'm like,
That's like fucking Briarcliff being Darby Township.
how do they
Why?
tax that? Like, so
That-
you get,
yeah.
if you
that
live
doesn't
across
make
the street,
sense.
you get different taxes.
I believe, if I had to guess, I believe you are open to choose which school you would send your kids to, and then
Yes.
you pay based on it.
Yep.
Because there is a huge section there right off the South Ave
I don't have
that
kids.
can
I'm
choose
paying.
Upper Darby or Ridley. And if you, what isn't Upper Darby's higher than Ridley's at this point anyway?
Yeah.
And wouldn't
Darby's
you
up
rather
there.
send your kids to Ridley anyway?
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you keep that
I
area?
have no clue. Very good question.
Upper Darby tax are pretty high. Lansdowne's are the most
Super.
ridiculously high, but then
We might have gone up in a while.
Nolan's Bar says you can be in Sharon Hill and hell at the same time.
thank you. This is my favorite episode just because we've already crashed Sharon Hill.
Sharon Hill is the worst.
Well, the most amazing thing is you say somebody in the wrong township, they will actually get very mad at you. Like
Yup.
Middletown has media post office, so
Yeah.
I'll say like something's in media, and people are like, "It's Middletown."
Yep.
Or
They get
like
real mad.
if you mix up Ridley
Sorry,
Park,
Mickey,
I've
you
had
better
people
bring
say
this up.
that.
well,
I didn't know that was
start
a
me on
difference.
that.
I didn't know there was a difference between Riftley and Riftley Park.
When we did our
So-
first town battle,
You're in
there
Riftley Park
was
right
so
now.
Yeah, I know
much
that
shit
now.
about just listing it openly. And then the next year we were just like, cool, we'll put them separate and make them play each other, and then just put them away, like. But then it was too, but the quarterfinal was on par against Drexel Hill.
There was Clifton versus Drexel Hill.
That's the same.
Yeah, but I'm
I
saying
mean, they're not the same thing. They're not the same.
Well,
They
they
hate each
they're
other.
both
They have different
small
police
sections of Upper Darby.
They
do
still
they have?
hate each
Do
other.
they each have their own police department?
Drexel Hill.
Drexel
Clifton,
doesn't.
yeah.
No, Drexel is
Drexel's
just
upper
They
Darby.
share. If they
No.
share a police department, like Ridley and Ridley Park,
Is
have
there
Clifton,
Clifton does?
Clifton has a small police department. Upper Darby cops do come in, but Clifton is
says
their own
Millbourne.
police department. There is no Drexel Hill post office, right?
It's
There's
a post
no
office.
post
Yeah.
office.
Is there-
no police.
okay, but there's no police.
No, it's just the post office. It's part of. It's just a zip
Isn't it
code.
like a site like Westford Park is just like in a state?
Clifton Heights. I mean,
it's a section.
Drexel Hill's real. It's 19026.
It's not an
It's a zip
actual
code.
town or anything,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, the post
Well,
office is
Drexel
in
Hill's-
Colton Gardens.
Your zip code is
No,
just whatever
hold on.
post
I'm
office.
asking Westford Park.
I don't think it's actual township. I think
It's like it's almost like an estate or like
Yeah.
a neighborhood.
It's
It's a
Western-
neighborhood.
Western Park's controlled by Darby, so
But then some do. I mean, I think of Morton, which has their own police station, all, but people always forget it's part of Springfield, I think, the
Springfield,
school
yeah.
district. Like
Or
so,
School district is, but it's not
Yeah.
part of them
Here's something.
otherwise.
yeah. But they have like their own police station. But people like it's so small, like it's just incredible.
Like Clifton's tiny too. I mean, it's the
Well,
same
the
thing.
smallest one is
Morton's
Melbourne.
Yeah, the smallest one. Probably.
Rutledge.
No, Melbourne's smaller. Has more people, but smaller in size.
Melbourne has
I'm
police
small
now.
in size.
Yeah.
The Melbourne's also fucked up because it's part of Upper Darby, but votes from Lansdowne.
Sorry, he was talking about his penis and he whispered penis.
Fuck Swampmore.
Oh, so do they have their own cops? They're not called
Yeah, they do.
Swampmore Police,
Swampmore
are
does
they?
have their own cops, I think.
Yep.
They do.
They are, yeah. I haven't applied a citation there that I never paid.
Yo, let me know. I'll talk to the guy for you. He
Hey.
loves me.
What are they gonna do? Fucking have a drum circle at me?
No, they're gonna write you a strongly worded email.
Yeah, what the
which if
fuck
I
is
had
that?
$5 more in cash, I'd say it again.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's a bad optic to smoke in front of your business.
That option
Yeah, can we talk about that later? I
Okay.
wasn't
Yeah,
sure.
100%.
Okay, I wasn't sure. All right,
You know that
I
like
want your opinion on it too.
you know, like
Swampmore,
outside-
I
I
have
went
I have
outsider's
issue with Swampmore, and that's the Blue Route end. Well, yeah.
oh
yeah,
yeah.
So
Well,
that's
that's you
on
and
here.
me.
all
Yeah,
there.
That's
It's
on
all-
here. So this is a question last episode. What year do you think the Blue Route was actually completed?
From my understanding, 1991.
That is 1991, and it started in like 1979 or something.
Oh, before that, they started proposing that back in the 1920s, and then after World War II, the increased traffic volume and the Highway Act signed by Eisenhower, they started trying to get it going. But between environmentalists protesting,
It's called Swampmore.
Blue Wall and Swampmore, they're
And they're
really
allowed-
shitty.
are like really powerful, so they try to find it. And then obviously Mr. Ward Kingston's property, the Crum Creek Ruins. But Swampmore was a real,
Man, preach.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you a question. Since
I've
your
been
wife was
stuck on the highway there many times.
oh yeah, it's the worst. And you sit there and like, well, you're not getting any pollution now, even though I'm
Yeah,
idling for 2
that's the
hours.
irony. You fought to protect the environment there, and now all the
making it
smog from
worse.
cars is probably worse. So yeah,
All right, let me ask you a question because that's one of the biggest words for people who aren't from Delco. So for your wife, the word Swampmore. Because if you look at it, it's
Swarthmore?
worth more. If you're gonna break it down,
everybody
the silent
completely
R,
butchers
the
that.
silent R.
Everybody completely butchers that.
They did Boydman's
Well, it's like Dade Boulevard. They call it Mac Dade Boulevard.
Yeah, well,
spell
my cousin from Ohio is driving over. He's like, "I'm on Mac Daddy Boulevard." I'm
That's
like,
what we call it, though.
What?
Like, we call it Mac Daddy Boulevard.
Phonetically, yeah.
Going down Mac Daddy. All right, which town is most interested in their own history, and which town should be more interested in their own history?
I give a lot of credit to Tinicum Township. Surprisingly, come from Edinburgh, we know it's
"Oh, the
island.
mistake by the lake."
Yeah.
So one thing you brought up in here, which I'm just going to
Wow.
bring out now, which I brought up before. You know, we had the Lazaretto fucking like the hall over there.
Yeah, my wife, my sister.
Do you
got
know
married
that Essington Island was a quarantine station for all the Native Americans we gave fucking smallpox to?
Yeah.
And we called it the Lazaretto at the time.
Yeah.
So they literally took the name from like a horrible part of their own history and were just like, come have your wedding here.
Yeah.
Well, that would explain my sister and brother-in-law.
Is that true? Am I wrong in that statement?
Actually, it is the first quarantine center in the United States.
There we go.
Yeah.
I believe it was
Number one.
1799, and it was in response to yellow fever breakout.
I love that we have somebody besides Holbrook who knows more about history.
Oh, dude, I don't know shit compared to this.
Actually, it's also one of the areas. That area right there is one of the first prominent areas where like the Swedish colonized New Sweden. That's why
That's what Tinicum used to be called, New Sweden.
the whole colony, like on the East Coast, that Sweden had.
That's
That's
why.
really prominent there.
That's why the Eagles used those Swedish colored
And-
jerseys for a while.
From what I understand, I've seen a couple places. I can't be 100% sure about that, but there's some estimates that as many as 1 out of 3 Americans today are descended from those whose first exposure to New World was actually at the Lazaretto. And the reason I said Tinicum was most interesting to me is because the fact is, a few years, like a couple decades ago, it was falling apart. I really thought it'd be destroyed. But
By nature or themselves?
just decay, time of decay.
Themselves. You know that it's a town. It's a town. It's an island
I've
that literally has
Peninsula.
more strip clubs than places to buy food.
That is part of history too.
Tell us more.
yeah, I would hear that.
Nah.
1937.
Where else can you go and see your classmates on polls? But, hey,
I've done that.
Yep.
I've seen. Yes.
I worked there. Yes.
There's a
Yes.
there's got to be a website for that.
Can I
Classmatesonpoll.com.
Yeah.
Lock it in. Lock it in.
Yo, Brendan
Can
the
I-
polls.
can I tell a quick story about Lou Turks that it's just like I just know it's going to be the best.
Yes.
Good tell.
Did a nice madam get finger blasted?
no.
This literally we took a chick in there for her 21st birthday. She's like, I want to see a strip club. We're like, cool. So we brought her there. We're just sitting there chilling, and this chick on the stripping. She has a full-fledged Stone Cold Steve Austin style, like ACL tear, like Forrest Gump style brace on her leg. And we're just like, wow. I'm like,
Like
that's
a
impressive.
fucking
She showed up to
lineman
the work
would?
today. So then she stops, comes down, goes up to my friend and goes, oh my God, Brittany, I haven't seen you since high school. And she goes, yeah, it's kind of weird running into you here. You work there? She's like, yeah. And she's like, cool. So it's my 21st birthday. You want to do a shot with us? And she literally goes, no, I'm having an abortion in the morning.
No,
Yes. I'm like, you could have just said you're having the knee surgery because you have the giant brace on, but you had to go there.
Or
Did
no,
she
I have a
fucking-
medical procedure.
Yes.
Anything.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm having an abortion in the
Of
morning.
abortion.
Did she dance to
What?
fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin's theme music?
Oh.
Yeah, I was going to say that would be amazing.
No, you know what she's dancing to? Porn star dancing. Worst song of all
That's
time.
so fucking banging because I watched a girl dance to that, but it was the acoustic version of that. And I also watched this girl covered in fucking C-section scars and fucking bullet wounds dance to with Boulevard of Broken Dreams, and then what was the big Meatloaf song?
I saw a chick there dance to "Hurt" by Johnny Cash before.
So fucking banging.
Why?
So
I
fucking
put the
banging.
wrong side of the tape in.
Yeah.
Whatever. This is on purpose.
So
This
anyway,
is on purpose.
I was
most of our
fucking stripped
knowledge
the
of
candy
Essington
boy.
is located to one intersection. Tell us more about it.
Like I said, they restored and rehabbed the Verado. It's actually now the township's office.
Yeah.
They were actually, from my understanding,
And
going
it's
to
also
open it
the
to the public to
firehouse,
see.
right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
firehouse right
Yeah.
next to it.
We're
But
going to hold the original Delco Day there too. They could have been part of history.
they're lost.
They're lost.
They're completely
Remember,
lost.
there's just a bunch of stray cats out back of that place now.
With Lazaretto?
Oh yeah, there was like a history behind that too, and the guy was explaining that to us.
I'm like, that doesn't explain.
No, that wasn't Lazarato's. It was the Yacht Club.
Not the Corinthian, not the main.
There's a
Oh,
Ridley
West
Yacht
End
Club. I
joint.
think it was the Ridley Yacht Club, right?
Was it West End?
It's called the Ridley
Where
Yacht
their
Club.
fucking yacht stock was, right?
Yeah, it might
That-
be.
Yeah.
It is or no? It's the one over. They were telling us because yacht stock was like a couple weeks after the original Delco Day, and I think they were like a
Oh, that's
few
what- okay, yeah.
docks down.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what
they're
I
on the other side of the deck.
Were they docking?
mean?
But we're
Soaking.
just like looking at it, we're like, no, this is not like the other one. And there's literally, and I'm dead serious when I say this, 3 dozen just feral cats. And they're telling us like, yeah, no, it's one owners, and it just kept breeding and all this stuff. Yeah, it's just, I'm like,
There's more cat sex. More cat
we're
sex.
looking to host like a couple hundred people, maybe 1,000. Like, are the cats gonna be a thing? Like,
No, you can take one home with you.
yeah.
We can put that on.
Do they fall? Do they fall in the river? No, they're smart enough. I'm like,
$100 cats. All proceeds go to the
Just
Headstrong
raffle them
Foundation.
off.
but they
you know?
were like feral as shit. Like,
Dude, nice
Yeah,
barn
like I
cat.
walked by, one pulled out a switchblade, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna cut you, fatty. I'm like, whoa! Like I want to make milk steak out of your ass. Like, get out of here.
That was just a fucking Tinicum person.
A lot of hair.
Fucking putts wander off the 291 withdrawal.
I'll tell you what, I do want to retire in Essington just because I used to work there. Like, I love Essington because it's like lights without stop signs. You ever notice that? They don't have sidewalks. They don't have stop signs and barely any red lights. You
Yes.
fly
Is this
through.
true? Zach Gallagher is saying Tinicum, the final resting place of Jimmy Hop.
No one will ever know, but
I don't
probably.
know. I
Wouldn't
thought he was under
surprise me.
Giant Stadium.
Nope.
I want to know. That would be
Fucking
amazing.
dead
Jimmy Hop
somewhere.
and Delco.
He could be there. He could have gone. He could be underneath the fucking deck for all we know.
Dude, what if he's in the deck?
Just partying with a bunch of Persians.
So, I was gonna say, so many Armenian guys are
Smarts.
going to be really upset right now.
You know
He's
that,
so fucking.
do you know that
gay.
Essington
Don't
is
do the same
also
shit.
birthplace of the Stromboli? You had to have done that, right?
I've heard the hoagie with
Oh, Hog Island
Kansas?
Road.
Hog
Yeah.
Island.
Hog
It's
Island
Hog
Road, yeah, which is technically Essington.
yeah, no, what is it? Like when you go straight across, there's that restaurant that claims to have found
Yeah,
us from.
Romanos.
Romanos. Yeah,
Romanos.
Romanos.
Yeah, Romanos.
They claim they're the best. I mean, they claim they're the first. They actually have the most logical claim.
They're great.
Yeah, but I used to work at Coco's right there, so we had to say that they're not that good compared to Coco's.
I don't think I've ever had their Stromboli.
It's good. Oh,
Really?
you've been to Romanos, but didn't
Oh,
get the Stromboli?
So here's the thing. I went to Romanos a few times, and this was years ago when the lagoon was still around, or was the deck, I guess. And my buddy lived in the apartment across the street.
Bumping keys with some Persians?
Huh?
Bumping keys with some
Yeah.
Persians?
Some old, like, 90-year-old lady squeezing my thigh. Just
Hey, baby, you want to fuck
I'm
with
gonna make some
me?
milk steak out of this.
Yes.
The Essington,
No, dude.
the Essington war cry.
I
I'm gonna make
had-
some
I
milk
had-
steak.
A blue-haired, 75-ish-year-old woman totally grabbed my junk.
Essington Annie.
And
You want to see my grilled cheese?
You
Al?
come in the cock stock.
Tinicum Cougar. Very
Yeah.
elusive.
oh my god, dude, it's probably a blue mane down there. Like it was probably a
You pull it upon those fake grilled cheese.
Was that cock stock?
yes, it was old crotch stock.
Why have we not done cock stock yet?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's at the 17-minute marker.
17 minutes, 37 seconds.
Yeah, it's a kid's dick.
Have you ever seen? Have you ever seen the infamous commercial that was filmed in Essington with Cinderella and the hair metal?
The hot dog
for Pat's dogs.
Pat's
No, I've never seen that.
Pat's dogs.
Oh, I used to have that keyed up. Too.
Oh, it was the best. So
Yeah.
like, in the prime of hair metal, Cinderella, who's from Delco, this place called Pat's Dogs, which I believe is down there next to. Here's another old history fact about us. Do you remember the McDonald's that used to be there that was green?
Yeah, you took the one where
It's
kind of like the
where
blue
291
Wawa
splits, right?
yeah.
My uncle owns like 3 of the houses. So if McDonald's is behind you, he owns like the first like 4 houses on that street from like
Pat's
First
Dogs
Avenue.
was right at that intersection. Pat's Dogs. It's great.
Do you think they'll ever
So
bring the hot dog stand back? As a historian, will that ever-
God, I wish.
I mean, the last stand, I
That would be
wish I
fucking
knew that
awesome.
wasn't
I
coming
miss that
back. I would have bought that off. Not the place, just the recipe.
Because remember they sold
was
it because
so
that
good.
whole block was going to be torn down and made into.
Well, apparently the house that building they were in was like shit. It
That
was like,
used to be a candy store too behind it. Remember that?
no,
Like around the side where you park.
no,
Oh,
no.
man,
Is
I
fucking
love
Kelly's
that place.
candy still a thing? Sharon Hill.
That's Colin. No, that's
Oh, it was
Colonial.
calling
Yeah, I
you.
think,
That's
it's, I
Colorado,
think
yeah.
it's still there, isn't it?
Was it?
Oh yeah, because I used to work across the street at the old Donovan.
I was taking there, but not anymore.
No, but
Because
because that's one thing. Like the last stand first part was amazing. And they had some other stuff there that was more than just a hot dog. That was amazing. But
burgers were tight, chili was
a
tight.
good good old fashioned hot dog stand where you just go up, grab a couple dogs, and peace out.
A frosty
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was-
I said I don't like root beer, but they had the cream, the orange cream.
It was like
soda
a, it was like a, it's like a no
sometimes.
cool
Oh,
shit. Just like, all right, cool, I want this, buy them out.
Yeah, diabetes.
That was. I love
Dick Jones.
But I'm just saying, there's no like traditional hot dog stand. I want a place where I can go grab a
There's
couple
one
hot
in
dogs.
Belmont.
Yeah, it's really good too.
It's
the one
hot dog
Johnny
place.
Old-
Right there on McDade Boulevard.
Yeah.
Johnny.
I love them. Their food
That's
is
right.
amazing.
I have to. We're going there next. The next,
Yeah,
the
they're
next
great.
Delco Live food thing. We're going for that.
All right, let's go.
I'm just doing it.
Yeah, they're good.
Hell yeah.
Maybe we do a hot dog eating contest.
Oh,
Oh
Cockstock.
man, I'll
Cockstock.
suck down more dogs than you can.
With our
think
mouths.
so?
or with
I'm
our
really good.
asses?
I love their wieners, man.
Jim doesn't even use his teeth.
How
Nah,
many hot
Dude,
dogs?
I'm like a Bonner, man. I don't even have a gag reflex anymore.
just start shoving them down.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you got to eat them in case you shove them up your ass. But how many? Do you think
Well, then I'm out.
The hot dogs are for eating, not for sitting.
how many do you think you can eat? I would love
Oh, I can easily do 10. I can do 10.
10 hot dogs with a bun?
That's
Yeah.
a lot, bro.
Yeah, that's silly.
Yeah, well, you
I
have
can
to,
eat
you
a
have to
lot.
dump it in water and swallow it.
No, I'm not dumping. I hate that. When I watch people do it, I have to turn that off. I can't.
Over a
The
span.
texture of wet
Just stick it in
bun.
your ass.
How long? How long would it take you for 10 hot dogs? You think you'd do it in an hour?
No,
An hour, yeah.
stop.
An
We
hour,
all
yeah.
know where this is going.
Yeah.
He's just going to get
He's
fucking
gonna
three
eat
hot
one
dogs.
hot
with
dog and take 9 home.
Yeah.
We'll go.
That's how I get lunch free for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Look at the way he shoves
Hey,
two.
kids, yeah.
Look at the way he takes two at once.
Just 2
Hey, kids, Daddy brought dinner home. Hot dogs.
I gotta
yay!
feed my kids. Stop ruining my ruses.
You call them ruses.
How many
my-
hot dogs can
yeah.
you eat, Al?
Huh?
How many hot dogs can you eat? Yeah,
As
fuck the
long as they're
bun.
sugar free, he can eat as many as
Shut
he
up.
likes.
I'm saying just fucking, like
like a
medium hot
normal
dog.
size hot dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just no bun, 'cause that's gay. Just
No
fucking-
bun?
Yeah, no bun.
So just eating the meat.
That's like, yeah.
That's
I can go. See, the problem with that is it has to be a good hot dog because,
And Nathan's, I'm doing 40.
yeah, I was going to say Nathan's decent, a good decent Watson.
Oh, man.
I'm all over that.
Dietz
Philly
Watson-
Frank, Philly
Ballpark.
Frank.
Here's
Yeah.
fucking history for you. Dietz and Watson for a while, you said this thing's called pork roll grillers, which was pork roll in hot dog form, and they only sold them at this one deli I could find down the shore. And I've climbed my way up the corporate ladder to Dietz and Watson, and they won't bring them back. They sent me like $200 in free shit.
Additional fun fact about Dietz and Watson.
Sorry.
They used to be my client at work, and I had to handle the case where the cow ran away on Rye 95.
Oh, Rye 95.
Do you not remember that?
did it
Did
get
you just say
He
Rye?
was on his way to the slaughterhouse, and
The
he just,
bull?
like, got off.
The
and it
Philly
was-
Bull?
Yeah, it
The
was
Philly Young Bull?
yeah, the young bull.
I don't
Hey,
remember.
ran around for like hours.
Yeah, it just escaped from the slaughterhouse and just jumped on 995. I was like, I'm not dying here.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, speaking of escapee cows, you got to go to Vegas Vapes.
Jesus Christ.
VegasVapes.com for all your vape needs. No, it is. Listen, Vegas Vapes is the best. Okay, for all your vape needs, they have everything under the vaping sun. Okay, that you're gonna need. You go to VegasVapes.com. You get pickup, delivery. There's awesome Bryn Mawr, Trap, Upper Darby, Facebook, Google, and Snapchat. You young bucks, as well as
Young bulls.
Vegas Vape Shop on Instagram. Check them out. Vegas Vape. Some Delco Live sent you. You'll probably see Delco Jesus in there.
Yeah, I was just there.
Who else is a sponsors, Al?
Delco Tees. Delco Tees. Right now, it's snowing out. You're all shoveling, breaking your backs out there.
Well, not if your Lansdowne.
Yeah.
We're the one snowblower ruined it for everyone.
Yeah.
C words.
Can't believe that
Stupid
guy.
males and their stupid snow blowers.
And the
Delco
penis.
Tees has you covered to keep your head warm during your snow.
You're mostly males.
Doing your ruining of other people's shoveling activities. Go to DelcoTees.com. Get the Delco Watch winter cap. Also, they got the Grit City T-shirt, the McDade Mauler. Great shirts, Delco Tees. Check it out. You can't beat it. Also, they've been doing an amazing job. Help support a local business like the Nail. They put that all together, so it was amazing. So we thank them. And our newest sponsor, we were having some tonight.
Tell us more, Al.
Kenwood Beer,
It's put me in a great nostalgic mood.
a better light beer. We don't have to drink Miller Lite or Bud Light. Or
You know, they don't
Natural
boast.
Light.
They say that they're refreshing.
You don't have to. You can go Kenwood Original. All right. You can find your Kenny by going to kenwoodbeer.com
Kenny Hunter.
and click on the Kenny Tracker. The Kenny Tracker. Simply by going to kenwoodbeer.com. It's a better light beer. It's a superior light beer. And it's made right here in the Philadelphia area. It's all over Delco. And like I said, if you're like, I don't know if the place I go to has it, go to kenwoodbeer.com.
The
Click on
Kenny Tracker.
But I know one place you don't have to hit the tracker for, and that's Dolan's Bar. 24 East Sellers.
Yay.
There you go. 24 East Sellers Avenue, right here in the downtown section of Ridley Park. They have outside seating. They have social distancing.
Is it so nice to sit outside on
Yeah.
a day like
But if
today?
you have your Delco Tees your cap on.
He's got a blazing fire
Dude,
out
it's
there.
warm out
Yeah,
there.
and they
You'll
got
be
that
fine.
big tent.
Yeah, biggest tent in Delco.
Yeah.
That's what I understand.
He's pitching the biggest tent I've ever seen.
You are such a fucking size queen.
yeah.
You love them
Yeah.
big, don't you?
Yeah.
I do.
But it is the
I
most
do.
Delco bar in Delco.
Bigger the tent you pitch, more I love.
And PJ's the man, and he hates
He's gonna
you.
sit
You're
on the
supposed to
tent.
tire
As fuck is-
over my entire rant. Thank you.
I just try to make a point.
I wasn't even the one who talked the most.
Yeah, that was Jim, and he's fired.
I usually am. I
Sorry.
usually am.
All right, so
That
tell us
was
about
Janet.
the Chrome Creek ruins.
I got this
Okay.
down at 8.
The concrete
Thanks,
ruins
Vapes.
were actually somebody's water garden at one time.
Where are they at? They're in Chrome Creek, obviously. But
They're
like, where do you
part of
get there?
Smedley Park, I believe it is. Like there's a
Yeah.
park that you can go trail right under 476.
What town?
Nether Providence.
Yo, it's
Smedley.
great park.
Media.
Yeah, you have to drive like under 476, and there's just giant. It's like when you realize how big 476 really is. There's like the giant pillars are like right down.
right there.
You
And,
drive
it's
by them.
literally you park underneath 476.
Yeah.
Like, you can realize how huge it is.
And it's like 3 parks after each other.
It's kind of near
Ooh.
Leaper House back there.
Yeah, right near Leaper House,
Leaper
right
House.
close
Can
by.
I cut you off with a weird one? Isn't that where Amy Miller got murdered?
No, that was the on ramp to
That's-
where it's
That's what I'm picturing.
Delaware County Community College.
That's what I'm picturing.
So the media bypass?
The media bypass. I thought it was the one.
no,
you're
no.
the
This
media
is
bypass
Baltimore
coming
Pike.
from my-
You go past Swarthmore College. If that winding
Fuck.
road, I forget.
Oh, Yale Road, when you go down through all that shit and you get
Yeah.
dropped off at the Comcast building back there in like
Yeah.
Art City. Oh, I know exactly
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
talking about. Okay, yeah,
And there's a trail that goes up all
Yeah.
along Blue Ridge.
yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Go on. I get sidetracked
So-
a lot.
So this property was actually a really beautiful estate one
Okay.
time. It belonged to a man called Ward Hinkson,
Ooh.
who was born in 1895, studied at University of Pennsylvania, and pursued a law degree at Harvard. He was
Nerd.
actually a prominent lawyer around Delaware County.
How many DUIs?
All
did
the
he do?
he's the best DUI. too.
Yeah.
Was it, did he handle the first DUI in like Delco history?
It's like
do not know that.
HWD, like a horsing while drunk.
Did you know that Babe Ruth once DUI'd his car in Delco?
Yes, actually.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Down around the
Wait,
Wawa
did you say
fucking
he
farm.
DUI'd his car?
He was hammered and crashing before like DUI was a crime, and he had to walk from like
But
where
like, I was
Wawa
going to say,
was.
did you turn DUI into a verb?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I just totally DUI'd all over that place.
So anyway,
That would,
no.
I'm thinking, that would be.
You know that?
Why would he be? Yeah, but
You know that
would
really-
it be from like Baltimore coming up to Philly?
Do you know that he played for a thing in Chester at one point? He quit the Red Sox and went and played for a steelyard thing during World War One, and like they were bidding on like fucking players for the ass seats. Got him for a minute, and that's when he actually got transferred to the Yankees.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. So he played
Go
ball in
Birds.
Chester,
Yeah, for this one shipyard thing down here. Yeah,
and then Mickey Vernon was there.
Nicky Bird, wait, my dad lived with
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Senator.
Oh, well,
back in the
speaking of,
60s.
I'm gonna another RIP we got to send out.
Hal Holbrook.
Well, there you go. Yeah,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
your post was great, by the way.
I wrote Hal Holbrook, the actor, died today, and I said, "Oh my God, good R.I.P. Grandpa Hal." Like I'll never forget all this Christmas when ... I'm not related. So.
No, but local during the Billy White Shoes, Johnson. He just recently passed.
Billy White Shoes Johnson, who's that?
He was a football.
Houston Texans running or Houston Oilers running
Oh,
back. I
wow.
think he was Ohio State
Yeah, he went to Chester and everything.
Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah, he was a big deal.
Just like John Capoletti. We have two of them. We got two John Capolettis in this county.
Ow.
Connor guy with the John Campoletti stuff.
What?
Yeah, you don't know
Diego
Billy White Shoes.
nonsense.
Billy White Shoes Johnson stuff.
No, I know John Capoletti is a Connor.
That's what I'm saying. Connor guy.
Yeah.
So
We
what he
all
does.
know
Pop went to
Capoletti.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His mom just died. Sorry about that. Screech just died.
Oh yeah.
Screech.
All right,
R.I.P.
hey.
Screech.
Fuck
Major
Screech.
Kev was-
Oh, dude, really? No.
That's the hill I chose to die on like 10 years ago. Fuck him.
What?
He said, R.I.P. Screech.
That's the first
Fuck
time
Screech.
Prophets legitimately hurt me.
Yeah, dude. Screech was like a weird story because it was like the last 10 years, it's just like, got stabbed, got in a bar fight, pulled a gun on someone, went to jail.
Made
and
a
it's like, what'd he
porno.
die of? They're like, surprise lung cancer.
Yeah.
He like got diagnosed with it like
Yeah,
3
4 weeks ago. Yeah, it was 4 weeks
Yeah.
into stage 4.
Whoa.
It takes you quick.
So.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
I get you were an
That's
AC
excessive.
Slater kind of
Yeah.
guy.
Mario
All right.
Lopez is my jam.
So, Crow Creek Ruins, you went out there recently. You parked under on that 476.
Yeah, so he had a grand estate called Oak Knoll that he called his estate. Beautiful. He was well known as a gardener. What he was really specialized in was cultivating orchids. Like people would come out of their way to come see these orchids. Like it was just incredible. Even Princess Christina of Sweden wanted to visit his home and to come see them. But the problem is, what it all came to an end with 476 of Blue Route. Eminent domain. They took the house away, knocked it down, and built the Blue Route. And the only thing that's left is Plum Creek Ruins. He would die a few
What the
years
ruins
later.
look like?
Actually, they're like a beautiful stairwell on top, and at the bottom is like a water fountain.
Oh,
Like-
shit. So if those are the only remnants of like the one single
Yeah.
house.
Yeah,
You
there's
go
one
see
in
this.
Ovid.
Let's
Yeah,
fucking
let's
go.
go.
LFG
Do it right now.
I used to break
Yeah,
into
let's go mobile.
Like, when
ghost
you-
and shit.
There
You know
was
it.
pictures online of what the house used to
Would
look
have
like.
hacked
Yeah.
it.
I mean, incredible. Like the garden, what it was compared to what it was, you never would have guessed. It was amazing.
Now, eminent domain, you might have to explain for a couple people watching.
Government
And
comes
here.
in and takes your shit and tells you tough luck.
They can take
Yeah.
it.
They have to give you fair value.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
but-
they pretty much say, "Fucking take it."
It
sucks. Or they
Yeah.
build it around you, like that episode of Cat Dog.
Or up. That's the other one.
That wasn't eminent domain. That was corporate takeover.
Unfortunately, a lot of people, hundreds of families, lost their homes when they built the Blue Route because
And Wawas.
Just for us all to sit in traffic. So
Yeah.
yeah, thanks to Swaffmore. But
Thanks, Swaffmore.
Fuck Swap.
they didn't want to lose their houses. They had the money to keep them.
They do.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good fucking point.
What?
The Swaffmore didn't have to lose anything.
They
They
didn't lose
get
their
an
houses.
episode
actually,
price.
Swaffmore now owns.
No. They didn't lose any.
They actually own the park that is his house.
Oh, see, they
That area?
gained something from
Like
this.
they actually own it.
Actually,
If I recall.
I have actually audio of the Swaffmore.
There it is.
There it is. Swaffmore in a nutshell. Oh, if you put your headphones on, I gave you a second to put them on. Well, you could have borrowed his because he don't put them on.
Okay. Okay, so that's worth the trip out there.
We do own a piece of Swaffmore, by the way.
We actually do. Yeah,
Circle.
we tried to adopt 476 where it gets really bad, like adopt the highway.
Yeah.
They're
We,
like,
can
nah,
we
that's
rename it the Jerk?
No, they were like, that's already taken. I'm pretty sure it's taken by the Ku Klux Klan, by the way.
No.
They own a part of 476.
Are you serious?
You know how you would
That would make
you have to
sense.
adopt a mile?
So much hatred on that
Yeah.
476.
Yeah.
The KKK owns a ridiculous amount of adopt the highway in America.
Oh, I guess they're not so bad anymore.
Oh my god!
I know, I'm being
Like
sarcastic.
media training.
Yeah.
With media
No, I'm
training.
being sarcastic.
What do you get
Doesn't
for?
know where the line is.
There's so many people that adopt weird things. And
Yeah.
people.
Oh, there's a
Yeah.
Pornhub adopted highways too.
Well, all the
What
strip
is
clubs
that?
around here do that too.
Yeah.
Risque owns a part of 76.
95. When you
They
get off
own
the
it.
Del-
Well,
when you get off
they-
Delaware to
yeah,
95.
we
the
own.
highway,
We own.
Jim.
When I offered it to the state Department of Transportation, instead of like the very bad part of that, and they said let's take. And I was like, is anything around there available? And they're like, no. And they were like, how about this? Like, what about 20? 20. That's what was coming at. I'm like, hey, you mean Chester Ave? And they're like, yeah, it's Swaffmore. I'm like, is this mile marker available? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, oh. So yeah, this is about a year ago. We adopted the fucking roundabout,
You have to clean it.
and it got put on hiatus because of the whole COVID. But like, the only thing you have to do is throw 3 cleanup parties and clean it up a year,
Nailing
and
supply.
we don't have to clean that up. It's always clean.
Oh,
Yeah.
We would make a
wow.
bigger mess cleaning it up than fucking not doing it.
As someone who flicks cigarettes into it 5 days a week,
So
Why do
we
you
had
like
a
cigarettes?
mile marker.
That's
of
like
that.
Is that where you did the
Can we
video
record-
at?
Well,
or is
no,
that-
the
or is that
smoking
just the
outside of an
roundabout? It's not near the-
establishment?
is it near the
I was supposed to get
roundabout?
my stuff.
We own the roundabout.
That's where it's
We
at.
But
adopted
hold
the
on,
roundabout.
hold on,
I'm
hold
fucking
on.
I
Are
remember.
we allowed to rename the roundabout?
They were
Sure.
supposed to get signs on both sides of like.
So
where you
can
pull
we
into
name it the Jerk?
the jerk?
Yes.
The jerk about?
circle
The circle
The circle
jerk.
jerk.
Yeah, the
Circle
circle
jerk.
jerk.
Yeah.
No, they're supposed to put up 2 signs to say this stretch of highway adopted by Delco Live on both sides.
Or I'll off myself now, and you guys can make that the Steve Prophet Memorial Circle.
Let's not.
Because I'm also
anything.
circular.
We can still make it that, but it should
Yeah.
be alive.
Yeah.
It'd be funnier.
Don't need to do that.
Yeah.
I die in Swaffmore as a martyr.
How about the big Al Safiri
What if
pancreas memorial?
what if we just
I'm sure they'll
keep?
protest that.
Can
They'll
we
probably
just name every little section of it after one of us?
Yeah.
Like Delco
Like have like
Jesus
20
Highway.
signs going around of obnoxious
I don't
signs.
know if it's normal
The
around.
Hollywood
Highway. Yeah.
I drove through Swarthmore the other day, and I don't know if it's commonplace for a lot of these towns, but they all have lawn signs that says Swarthmore citizens mask up.
Yeah, Swarthmore masks up.
Like, who the fuck? Who needs signs for that?
Swarthmore does.
Is there any other
Yeah.
towns?
Because
Has anybody
they're
ever seen
men
that?
driving their
that's
Priuses.
how
Forget.
that's how
That's
people
what
like that
does.
get they can say, I'm doing the right thing. It's on my lawn sign.
But then they won't do it.
They say they're Biden Harris bullshit and they're beyond signs.
Well, listen.
That's literally
Well, that's something. But
Nonsense.
saying that you mask up, like, what are you?
I don't know.
You are. I think
I
I
get
get
a lot-
$5 out.
Look, that's a town that
Should I borrow it out of the pot?
that's a town that slaps a Biden Harris sticker on their Prius and then gets mad when a Harris tries to move in, like on their.
Yep.
Like
He
that's
said it.
Swarthmore.
the way I
That's
couldn't
exactly
say
what
it. He
Swarthmore
said it.
fucking
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Fake progressive
Yeah.
bullshit.
It's like when I fucking said media was
You know,
6,000 of the exact
fairness,
same
they're
person.
the only township that ever protested having cancer family
Yes,
members.
yes, that's how
He
this all
fucking gets it.
Our own, like our,
No township ever did
our
that.
all of our ties with Swarthmore started with that.
Chester,
They have signs that says
but Chester never
"No
protested
hate
that.
in this township," and neither are cancer patients.
Oh,
I wanna
dude,
say it again.
that's like how
Work that
Delco Day started. By the
I
way,
said we
was
take that
when
now.
that chick tried to protest.
Yeah, Delco Day
Yeah.
3 was done out of spite.
That is still amazing that literally you try to protest cancer victims and their families. I've never.
And then
She-
they doubled.
And it's just
She was
down
scared
on
of
it.
all the people they'd have
They
there
gave
late
an
at night.
interview like you were sworn, like the original parents.
Well, no, the worst part, I'm telling you, the absolute worst part is like they interviewed her for a newspaper and she said some really dumb shit. Then she pretty much had like a second chance to
Yeah.
like
To
to
clarify, you might have meant that
clarify,
wrong.
or
Yeah.
didn't read it well. They put her on the news, and she made it worse.
She's a fucking idiot.
I want to find that video. I want to bring it back up next
The
show.
worst thing that the worst thing that Headstrong did was showing me which house was hers.
Yeah.
She moved though, right?
Yep. Yeah,
I think that's just
fine.
what you people tell me.
I-
So
I was like
No.
Swarthmore. So
I
Swarthmore's
think
been
like
dry.
recently too.
No,
was like,
I drove when I was doing Uber one day. I drove what do you call it? A judge,
a car.
a judge that works in Upper Darby that lives out in Swarthmore. I picked her up and I
that
was
seems wrong.
what?
You live in your town.
Or just
No, to be a judge. No, because she's not like an elected judge.
oh, she's like one of those ones that take it forcefully.
No, like
Jesus.
I'm your judge.
Did she storm the municipal building?
I'm not your
not
judge.
she's
You will
not,
not enjoy my
she's not-
judgment.
my bad. She's not an Upper Darby judge. Just the court that she worked out of is located in Upper Darby, whatever district that would be. I don't understand how that stuff works. I've only been in front of them, not on the other side. I don't understand how it works. Yeah.
Jim was driving Judge Judy around the other day
But she was telling me she was on that street where she lived. And she's like, yeah, no, she had to move.
because of all the
Yeah.
pressure.
People did not like her.
I
moved because she was sick of
listen,
those goddamn cancer patients throwing all those late night parties.
Yeah,
She's
she
just
was
having the time
stoned
of their
in the town
lives
square.
over there on
I'm going to
Chester
put an
Ave.
IOU in this because even the cunts of Swarthmore
Yeah, there's my
thought
thoughts.
she was a cunt. There's 10 bucks
There's
for you.
10
Yeah, that straight to headstrong.
Yep,
She,
right there. Right there, sure, yeah.
Yeah, she sucked. She sucked, man. Yeah, I had something great and I forgot it now.
She
unified
probably
the
moved to
county.
Swarthmore Wood.
By the way, everybody on the chat here is feeling bad for you.
No,
Like,
He's
Yeah,
like,
people don't
they're
say
like, this guy had no clue what he's signing up for.
These guys are
Actually,
great.
he did watch the show before, so he did know what he was signing up
All right, so the big heart at the Franklin Institute you posted about the other day.
for.
Do you think anyone's ever banged in there?
The what?
God, that's the most random question I was
This is
You know what? If I had to
Hell
say yes,
yeah.
probably interns. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
I feel someone
It's
is
been
banging
there
in the
for 67 years. Somebody
Oh, yeah.
Definitely would pop the fucking
Yeah, you
flange
got
here
the
there.
bump
if I
up.
could.
cover it up. Probably somebody did bump up in there.
There we go.
Why does it always smell?
I don't know,
What?
you got a bunch of little brats going through.
That's true. You probably have sex. I'll tell you what. So how long has it been there?
It's open to the public January 29, 1954.
54, right? So I saw the picture you did, and one thing I noticed about it was young kids, and they were of all races. And 54 was like right before the civil rights movement. I'm like, that picture's actually somewhat progressive when you think of it, right? I don't know. I have to think about that shit.
You know, it's Philadelphia, so I mean, it's more
Right.
progressive, so I'm not surprised. First being in the middle of what? Like, Pottstown or something?
Right.
Not anything against Pottstown, I'm just saying they're probably not
Is
progressive.
that where Yingling's from?
Pottsville.
It's Pottsville.
Yeah,
Where,
Pottstown.
they are like the KKK capital.
No, stop it.
Yeah.
No, actually,
Pottsville, they have an annual KKK meeting
Well,
there every
I
year.
don't know if it's there, but Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but if you hold a meeting, that's
Listen, stand back and stand by, Jim.
country.
Yeah.
Wait,
No,
what's this?
them and Scranton have a
No,
huge.
Cecil County, like down Maryland,
like
like
Rising Sun.
Rising
Maryland.
Sun. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
you're right. Rising Sun is like the Mason
Wait a
Dixon.
minute, hold on. Let's ask
I
the
know.
story, and he seems like he
He literally
disagrees
just said something smart, and you guys were.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Mateo. Jim,
Pennsylvania is actually one of, if I recall, statistically one of the biggest states with white supremacists in the
Yep.
country.
Oh, it's because the middle of the state are freaks.
Yeah, you have
Cancel
KKK and a
Turkey?
ton of
Yeah.
skinheads.
Did you go west of Edgemont and just west of Edgemont? Like I'm not
Yeah.
going to salvage Pittsburgh.
Past the movie theater.
Yeah, you go past the PJ Wellahans and
There's
the
a
Winter
little
Circle.
fart called Pittsburgh in one section.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
You pretty much it's Kentucky as soon as you leave fucking Cawley's essentially. Go west until you get to fucking Chicago.
Corporal keeps moving closer to his house.
Yeah.
He's like, anything west of my house sucks.
You pass Coles and it's basically just Racistville, USA.
When you get to my room, it's just full of bigots.
So I know PA also has the second most gun owners of all the states
Yeah, that's not surprising.
because of the middle of the state.
I own a gun because of the people in the middle of the state. I swear to God.
They're not going to come down here.
Nah.
Like, I literally think hills have eyes people live in parts of the state. Like, there's,
They
I
are
would,
so fucking
I would
banging.
not go off of any highway in
Yeah.
Pennsylvania unless that's my
Wait,
destination.
Have you not seen the X-Files episode of Home? The one that's banned from TV?
Obviously not. I never watched it when it's on TV.
Would you fuck one of those people though? Hills Have Eyes people?
But it depends what they look like.
The girls got like, came.
Okay,
We'll move on.
we'll move on. We'll move on.
6 vaginas.
Oh. Listen, one vagina is hard enough to take care of. Well,
Yeah.
They're all barbed. Like a
If she's like the
casket.
girl from Total Recall with the 3 boobs, now we're talking.
The Haiti Cemetery, but it's not spelled like Haiti the country.
No, it's spelled Hayti. Actually, that's belonged to an African American church. The church itself closed down in the early 1900s when it was burnt down. The congregation moved to Church and Media. But if you're on 476, you see a hill. You can see like grave marks on it. It's actually long forgotten. It's right off of Old Marple Road.
Is that your Harrison Street?
It's got the quarry there.
Like doing the math in my head. I'm like,
On 47.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right
476.
below the AMC.
So,
yeah.
if you're driving from,
talk to the mic, dude.
my bad. Sorry.
Yo, dude, just go about.
Nah, if you're driving towards O'Hara and O'Hara's on your left, and like Don Quindella's on your left, know when you get to that like little street, like when you go down the hill right after the so before Don Quindella, right at the Home Depot, and you go down the hill, and there's that street right there.
Reed Road and all that shit back there?
Yeah, that's Reed Road.
Isn't it?
That road where Home Depot is, like where there's a Wendy's in the parking lot?
Yeah,
That's
no.
Reed Road.
No, but I think it's the one after
Are you
that,
talking about
right?
going to
You said it's
Havertown
awful.
from
You know
Marple?
the back
That's the
way
Lawrence
to
Park
the
Shopping Center.
Yeah.
Oh, Spanish Price.
Galantino's. You know the back way out of where's the
Walmart.
Chubb Institute
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Right, that's what
Yeah,
you're
you
talking
go down
about.
back there and take a left. It's right there
Okay.
towards the
Nowhere near where
476
he's saying.
bypass.
Yeah, that'll take you up to Old State,
Right by the Avon.
Old State
No,
Road.
it's in the
Marshall's
hotel.
Road.
It's in the hotel.
Yeah, Galantino's supplies back there.
Yeah.
Oh, can I cut you guys off and just ask
You already did.
thing? So I know Al doesn't know, but Snapper Chat.
Yes,
You guys
I
on-
know what Snapchat.
Yeah.
I'm on the Snapchat.
You know how you do the map?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed the ridiculously weird small town they list?
Yep.
on there? Like you'll like be zooming in like your own town. It's like Lansdowne. Be like, but you also mean Meredithville, which is technically the little town you live in. It's like what?
Yeah,
So
that's
is it
like,
like, are they like showing Westbrook Park on the map? Like,
Yeah,
type
No,
thing?
they'll show shit like Pilgrim Gardens. Then you'll be like in the middle of Upper Darby and be like, oh, you actually mean Constantine Village?
Yep.
Like
Yeah,
these
or like,
weird ass random shit. And you're just
Just
like,
things
wow.
we
They
stopped
have the
using.
neighborhood on there?
Yeah.
What's up?
They have the neighborhood. It's on Google Maps.
Neighborhood maybe on there.
Yeah,
Like Havertown, they'll say
Says
Yeah.
neighborhood.
On the Google Maps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
look it up.
recognized. Yeah,
Look it up.
just like Queens Village or South Philly.
Yeah,
anything else
that's
called
that,
the
yeah,
neighborhood.
that's a legitimate neighborhood.
Queens Village is a little bit.
Well, it's a section, like it's a named section. Like it's not.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Like there's nothing official like South Philly. Like you're saying.
Well, that's my thing. Like I grew up in Overbrook. Overbrook isn't like we had a post office, but everything was still Philadelphia, PA.
yeah.
But my little section was Overbrook. And in
Overbrook
that little section, there's Hilltop, and then I forget the other one. Yeah, I live in Hilltop.
Like that's the shit
But
that
it's
be on
like-
there. But Delco has a bunch. Like even if you like go like around like the Clifton,
Havertown Barnaby's is a Del PA.
Ridiculous. Yeah, it'll be like Wyethville. Like is that
Yeah, like,
really
I
the
lo-
fucking name of like where we live?
I lived in Highland Park, Upper Darby, and across the street from me was Kirkland.
Yeah, but those are like
No one ever used it.
But there's like some that like even like living pizzas living here and all this shit. Like you'll look at Drexel Hill and just be like, oh yeah, it's like Raspberry Gardens.
Yep.
And I'm gonna start screenshotting them like one day because it'll be like, oh, Hollowville. Okay.
Are you telling me I got to get on the Snapper chat to watch?
Well, I'm sorry, if you can go to Google
I'm on
Maps, too,
Snapper
and you
Chat now.
zoom in close, not
Are
super
you?
close,
Not yet.
it'll show you the different like.
It's Al's Don.
Just your Don.
Especially around here, like I always notice, like Havertown Barnaby, they'll say like Havertown. If you do an overpush, like Adele, then up here west, like
Yeah, like here it is,
Never
like
seen that.
Penfield.
I've never seen that.
Well,
Like, they
all
actually
right.
recognize shit as
Fun
Ardmore
fact
Park.
here.
Hamilton Court. You guys ever been to Hamilton Court in Havertown? That's a real thing.
Fun fact: Lisa Marie here on the chatter.
Yeah.
A random dude once sent me flowers. He got my address using Snapchat Mats.
Sorry, Lisa.
Brookthorpe Hills is a part of
that's your
Newtown
Lisa.
Square. You ever heard
What
of
was the
that?
other Lisa?
No, it's his Lisa.
How many Lisa Maries are on here?
Like 17.
It's Delco. It's whatever Marie. I mean, it's
Marie or Ann. That's all there
Here's
is.
another one.
if you went to up to somebody like, let me guess, your middle name's Marie. You're gonna get right like 75% of the time.
Yeah.
My
24
sisters
is Ann.
and my mother. I got two sisters and a mother whose middle name's Marie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Springton Reservoir. Springton Reservoir, right? You
Yeah,
drive over
yeah,
to go to
yes,
DC Cube. You know what that town's actually called?
Suck
do you know?
asshole.
It's called Borel.
Yeah, it sounds like
What?
it.
And then it
What
goes
is it
to
like? Was that the bad guy from Superman?
You should know.
Yeah.
Sycamore Mills, part of media. Like, they really have these.
Yeah, it's like,
crazy-
yeah.
Chessa.
Yeah.
Point is me, Marcus Hook.
Brookhaven Park. South
Yes.
Alpha, these are wonderful. That's Park in real town.
E-Rock.
South Chester's a real
Ian
thing.
Fitzmyer saying he never heard of it, Holbrook. So it must not.
Well, must
Moylan?
not be true then.
Moylan's a place that he
I've heard of Moylan.
Nah,
Trainer.
Moylan,
Marcus
Boylan.
Hill, we know
Moylan's a
that.
guy who
We know
cuts
that.
the skin from foreskin of a penis, right?
yeah.
No,
It's a Moyle.
Yeah, it's a Moyle.
Oh,
Blue
You don't pay the rabbi; he
Gardendale.
keeps the tips.
the
Cocktail.
pay stinks, but he's
All right, so back to the historian.
Between Upland and Chester, guess what it's called? It's called Feltonville. Felterville?
There's a lot.
Ever heard of the
Telford.
mouse? What's that saying?
Moosely? Mousley?
Mousley section
Melmont's on.
of Collingdale.
No.
loose.
But you ever hear about the Walmart in Glen Olden?
Walmart used to fuck hard. Now
Remember
fuck
when the
soft.
Walmart's clean because we were coming?
Yeah, we cleaned up Walmart. We single-handedly cleaned up Walmart's in the area,
Wow.
That was the first episode I ever
Oh,
watched start to finish.
Guess what?
and it's still one of our highest viewed
Yeah.
episodes.
Guess what the town that Imperial Pizza's in is called? Is
Imperial.
New Calcutta.
Scanton.
It's called Wyndham. It's part of Seaton.
The weird way to say Calcutta.
Wyndham Parish.
Yeah, that's why they
Yeah.
name it after that. But yeah, the actual town is called Wyndham. Oh, here's the one that blew me away. So Al, right where we are at, right?
Right
Scott-
here,
No,
right now,
where me and you are.
where we live. Okay.
The Scottsdale Road area of Clifton and Landtown.
Okay.
That actually has a town name.
But just that road, that one road has its own
That
town?
region.
Okay.
It's called Kellyville. According to Snapchat Maps.
Are you talking about where that park is?
Yeah, like
you
where
go to the train
Kmart.
tracks?
Kmart is in
Okay.
Kellyville.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Can we make up one and put it on a map?
Yep.
Cockville.
That's just not even.
But yeah, no,
Kinda
it's like
try.
that's
That's the point.
Tanetown sounds better.
so the Haiti Cemetery. That's where that is. Is it's off?
Oh yeah, right by the bypass, right off
Okay.
of
And it's a
Oh, my
cemetery.
bro.
Did they
Yeah.
just move the gravestones,
been
but
to-
not the bodies?
No, it's all
No.
still there.
That's all still there. Okay.
It dates back to the 1830s and was abandoned in 1930s. There's
So wait, you
war
said it was
soldiers there.
abandoned?
Yeah.
So like it's just there. Is it all like overgrown?
It was for decades, but in the past few years, people have been taking more care of it. There's
Just
a
like
state
off doing their own. There's like
Oh,
nobody
yeah.
officially taking care of
Yeah, like they came. There's flags there now commemorating the Civil War soldiers. There's reefs. They even changed and put up a new plaque sign commemorating it.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
How do you like? How does it get? I don't know. Township.
Well,
or
the
whatever.
congregation just after
So it
church
goes
where
by
they
the
go.
church. It was belonged
Yeah.
to the church.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And nobody's taking care of it.
How'd you find out about that? Down the memories?
Yeah, somebody
Wow.
just mentioned it, and like you can
You ever
see
write?
it off.
Like, you ever do any of the writing for this?
Dude,
What
his
do you-
fucking write-ups are beautiful.
I'm
Well, the
just saying.
write-ups are from articles that I take from put together. They're not actually my writing. Like
Your
it's-
copy and pasting is
It's
very
just,
good.
just
Is it
references.
I
copy and
tried-
pasting, or are you researching and writing it under your own word?
copy and pasting, and then adding details. And I always make sure to put the links to the original content underneath.
I know a website
So-
that would love to have some of this.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah.
If you ever were, we'll talk off air.
Those are on
Have
the
you
Smoke
have
Us
you
Live.
ever been to? I've been wanting to go. The Delaware Delaware County Historical Society, I guess, down in Chester.
Yeah, I think they actually moved. I don't think it's actually there anymore. I think the building's there, but I think it's actually over in Upper Providence, the Historical
Okay,
Society.
yeah.
It's right past the Phildassary Preserve, I think. But yeah, the building is still there.
Uh,
I think it's the oldest continuous quarter or something like that. Like it's over in Chester, right near their municipal building. I
Yeah.
only saw that randomly when I went by the other day.
Yeah,
Like, going to-
you can get anything. Like you have to set up an appointment, and you can like request any kind of like documents and deeds, like to look at and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All Delaware County history.
But Delaware County is great with their history. I mean, the historical side is amazing. You have like people like Keith Lockhart, who's probably the most prominent historian in Delco.
He was a good second baseman for the Twins growing up, so.
He's got the Delaware County history page, and like it's incredible.
Oh, that's his page. Okay.
Yeah.
Chris Soup says, "Do you know about the missile base in Collingdale?"
No, I don't know. What that
Yeah, that's an ongoing joke. Wasn't it in Edmond?
Edgemont.
Yeah.
That was Ian.
Ian.
I looked it up.
Ian
That was
Fitzmont.
true. That was actually true.
I just don't think they actually ever had live.
They didn't
nukes
have
there.
the nuclear.
They had the silo, but no
Yeah.
missile.
no nuclear missiles.
Oh,
So
it was
wait,
just a missile.
We
I
did
was
have real
curious.
missiles. And I went on a map and I found it. It's crazy. There's like a pavement company, and then like 100 yards behind it, it's still there. It's like
From the U-boats, right? For World War II.
it was during the Cold War, I believe.
Oh.
But they were just like ready. They're like, if they knew
Dude, Russia
Philadelphia,
car
we'd
drives
be-
you.
that
It
would
was
be
just to
right
protect
outside.
Westchester from
Okay.
Delco. Is what it was.
These Delco guys start moving out here. We're shooting these missiles off.
Yeah. Nope. Too
I'll
many
burn
of you
this
move
place
out at
down,
once.
you watch,
Yeah.
son.
Chester County's going to start having them.
We
soon.
gotta protect Moylan.
the Collingdale's
I'll
Alma.
be damned if people start moving to Kellyville, where I'm from.
The Collingdale's was real off of Springfield Road, back of Collingdale Park.
Was that the Columbus Club?
No,
Yeah.
close, but no. There's apartments, I think, there, right?
We had missiles there just in case.
That makes sense.
In case Darby got too
Some
underwater.
meth head from Clifton with a tack hammer just
Yeah.
start banging on the top of a missile.
Yeah.
Cliff Rock Spring Water Bottling Works.
So first time I noticed it, you're driving 476 going north.
These are all 476 related on.
476 really went through a lot of crap.
Still does.
You can,
Yeah.
you can actually
Still
see the
slipping.
ruins. They're on Avondale Road over in Wallingford.
Is that what you hear when you make a
joke.
bad joke?
That was my joke.
Crickets.
Yeah.
When you
What
hear a
you
bad
talking about
joke,
was
you
my
hear
joke.
crickets.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, crickets, bad jokes, all related.
So you know where the Leaper House is?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's on that road, a little past there, on the right. You can still see these ruins. They're right off the road, very prominent. It was actually a water bottling company that was owned by Y.S. Walter Simmons and his brothers Samuel and Wentworth. It operated from 1945 to 1960s, but it was shut down after water pollution affected the water source. The ruins are still there, and if you want to go explore them, they're incredible. Though, did get a weird photo the other day when I visited. I'm sure you saw on the site, like almost looks, I don't want to say ghost, but yeah.
We love
Ghosts.
ghosts around here.
So yeah,
Love
that was
games.
actually going to be one of my questions to you since you brought it up.
I'm afraid of fucking
What are
ghosts.
what are the most known to be haunted outside of Satanville and all the big ones? I know Lamb
And
Tavern.
the next one is DuPont Murder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
So
smash my
Satanville,
heart
of course,
for that
we talk about, and we've talked about the Lamb
That's
Tavern's one that comes up now and then.
That's
Being
terrifying.
haunted. So
I took a picture in a window, and it looks like there's like a fucking little angry girl.
Al,
it's one of Jim's exes.
Al, I believe the bathroom in the back is now haunted from Big Prop.
So yeah, I mean, is there any place that people don't go? Like the historians will kind of talk about where they saw
There's
stuff.
ghost stories around. One I've heard the most of is actually I've heard Friendly, the attic from Friendly is haunted.
Yeah, they hung themselves in the
The
bell tower.
whorehouse on the hill.
We used to be able to sneak up there, and it was like really creepy because they still had toys from like 1920s and shit up there,
Almost looks
like rocking horses and shit.
You should go and put something there.
Cool back.
Creepy.
That's cool
Ghost
back by
bus.
the Leaper house.
So we
So
feel,
you never been up top of Friendly with that shit?
No, I've never been top
We
Friendly.
used to sneak in there.
we have to make our list because you might have to come around with us when we film Ghostbusters
Yeah,
2.
I ain't afraid no fucking
The
ghosts.
Fun fact. Apparently, Whorehouse on the Hill nickname has been around for decades. Like
Yeah,
it's
it
not
makes sense
common.
because they've been
Like,
bored for decades.
Yeah, we've been
Like,
calling
for
it
a
that since
long
at
time.
least the 80s. That's
Yeah.
more
I know,
decades.
the good part of history,
Bonner
but
always
just
had one
fun
as the
fact.
bottommost hole on the hill. So
That's ridiculous seeing because it's not a hill.
it kind of is because it goes down.
Football stadium,
Nah.
though.
Like you drive down that street when you go towards Upper Darby High School, you go down and it comes back up.
Yeah,
So it's up on it. Clifton Heights is called Heights because you're higher elevation.
Yeah,
so
technically
hell.
it's Drexel Hill. It's on a hill. Land's down because it's down.
Land
Sharon Hill because it's
Land's
high.
down for many reasons.
It's Lord Lansdowne pounded.
Nobody shovels
So
my stone in
besides
this town.
the ones we always talk about are obviously Prendy, the Garriford Wawa, Satanville, Midgetville. It's not haunted. It's just
Joe Hennessy said there's a water main break in Midgetville. One of them got stuck in there.
It's looking for mid grade.
Do you think of any other ones off the top of your head, or the ones we've talked about?
There's nothing I can really.
Oh, we
think
went
of.
and found one out in media that was kind of crazy. It was like a farmhand died like in a sewer, and then we went and found the sewer like on someone's
really?
property. Yeah,
No. That was didn't the guy? You mean the one we did with Ghostbusters?
yeah.
That was
A farmhand.
no. He
died.
killed the girl.
Ghostbusters?
Didn't he kill the girl?
They think they did. Then they lynched him in the tree,
Yeah.
and we found the fucking tree.
That was freak.
and we were
Yeah.
sitting there like joking, like, ha ha ha! Like, let's get the fuck out of here. This is terrible.
That's also when the mushroom. fucking freaked out.
I'll be honest with you.
I missed that night.
Fuck, that was hilarious.
That was awesome.
Holbrook and Al went down to like search the trail. And I was like, all right, I'll make sure like Spaz is cool. 'cause it's
Yeah, they're
dark
both
out.
It was-
watching the truck.
Yeah.
No, it
So I'm
was
taking a piss, and he's like, that mushroom just kicked in.
it was legit freaky out there, man.
It was
There was a weird
Well,
vibe
the
out
first
there.
part is there was an older house kind of pushed to the back, but it looked like
The
it was
murder house.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it looked like it was being worked on. There was like work trucks and like building materials out there, and there was Johnny on the spot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, they're
What
doing
is
work
that?
on
Oh,
there,
it's a porta potty.
and it's wide open. It goes up against a bunch of trees. Like we were gonna walk further in there, and as we got further, it got really dark and creepy. Like even with the flashlights, it didn't seem to light up any. And we had some pretty strong ass flashlights.
Yeah.
So it got really creepy in there.
Hella ominous.
So we might have to make the team bigger on Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah, I'll hang in the car for that one. There was a weird vibe to that.
Yeah, that was the most uncomfortable one. That was scarier than Satanville, which is aesthetically actually a very scary place.
Yeah. I think Satanville wasn't as scary because it was just like Spaz have his fucking gourd talking shit about. He's like, fuck the DuPonts.
Dude, I'll tell
Out
you.
here killing
the
wrestlers.
DuPonts.
Next year we're doing it.
The
Drop
DuPont
me
strike
off in the
again.
middle of Satanville, and I'm going to order an Uber.
Let's do naked and afraid in Satanville.
Yes.
Holbrook, you get naked. And you have to get your way out of
Let's do it
Satanville.
tonight. Right
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Right now.
I'm fucking
sorry,
rock hard.
I
Let's go.
derailed this conversation. But
Naked, afraid, and
But, like,
cold.
you don't have to answer right now, but I want to know, like, there is a list that are just areas that people have either talked about or they're known for. Because, like I said, we have the Satanville stuff and all that. But, like, I want to get into, like, the places that aren't known.
Yeah.
Well, I can think about the thing is about and get back to
Maybe
you.
talk to some of your local historians.
Yeah, I'll find out and let you know.
We saved the town one time. We could do it again.
There you go.
The Shang Art Museum.
The Sung Art Museum. That was actually founded by Alfred Sung. The art museum was built in 1914 after his death. He was born into a wealthy family, and he spent most of his money collecting art. On his death, he donated the trust and land to the city of Chester, which resulted in the creation of that art museum and park.
Where's that? It's in Chester?
Yeah. Yeah, you know how this goes.
Spent a bunch of time in Chester, I guess, recently.
No,
let me guess. It's under 476.
No, no, actually, unfortunately, it declined. It actually was a library and had over 300 pieces of art. From what I understand, one time it was actually the only public art gallery in the East Coast. Unfortunately, over the years, it just fell into disrepair, and eventually the collection and trust was given to Widener. The building still stands there. It's a beautiful building. You can tell it's definitely prominent one time, but unfortunately, it's boarded up and pretty much just laying in ruin. And probably, I wouldn't be surprised if crackheads in there smoking.
Is
something.
it on Widener's campus?
Probably.
No,
it's not.
that's historically true. Different.
So it's not anywhere in that area of Widener?
No.
Okay.
It's what?
Is that like the other gig where like the church can take it or like the congregation can take it?
No, because it's art museum itself. It would be like trust. So I assume that they just gave it because the museum was breaking down. I assume Widener, since it's right there, just took it, and the money came with it.
Yeah.
Wish I could do that. I'm just taking your money and your house.
Solve
That's squatting.
this debate for us because it came up with Delco Jeopardy round 2. Springfield Mall shooting. Where did the shooting actually occur in the mall?
I'm not sure about that.
That's what started a ruckus. Was we let the one said Springfield Mall, the other said Springfield Mall near Macy's or Strawbridge's. We're like, that's a fine answer. And then some fan got really upset that we gave away. Like, it wasn't near the Strawbridge's. It was like near the food court. What the fuck cares?
The mall's that big. It's not like
That's where the Strawbridge's was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
that's the other thing.
Usually Strawbridge and Penny's were on either end. Like the far left and the far right. So you had Penny's on one side, Strawbridge's on the other. And there really was never a food court. There's just sporadic areas. I mean,
I forget what their exact complaint was, but they were like,
it was at Sbarro's, not freaking Strawbridge's. Like, really, you're gonna get upset?
It
about
wasn't
that?
the Payway. It was the Great Wall.
She fucking shot out
This
Tony
almost sounds
Luke's.
like that lady complaining about the snow blowing.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
snow
Yes,
ass.
Sylvia Seagrave.
Well, you know what? A lot of spree shooters are mostly men, but not this case.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
this was actually a shooting before shootings became prominent in the U.S.
Where they were cool.
She was ahead of her time.
Hipsters.
Unfortunately, a trendsetter, but not in a good way. She's actually a tragic story. She was 25 at the time, and she had been
She was young.
diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia years earlier. She was in and out of mental institutions for years. From my understanding, I'm not exactly sure, but I think her mom tried to make sure local gun owners, like stores, and sell her gun. Fortunately, somebody did.
Wasn't she a Navy veteran? So she was
Army.
Oh,
She was
Army.
actually in the Army, from my
And I
understanding.
guess that was before they started doing mental.
They actually
I
discharged her a
think
couple months in because of erratic behavior.
Huh.
I mean, this is back in days. So
No, I'm saying when you sell a gun, don't you have to have like a mental checker or
No.
This was back in the 80s. I imagine it wasn't like it was today.
I walked in, gave my ID, and signed papers. And
It's
20
not
minutes later,
even
gave it to me.
hard
I gave
today.
$400 to profit.
just
That's
into
a string
straw,
purchase.
A straw purchase.
Straw, string.
Send me on
Straw
stage,
purpose.
10,
Straw
15.
purchase.
Too pretty.
Would that look, dude? You'd be somebody's girlfriend.
How many
fast.
people
Fucking
died?
wish.
3 people
So,
died.
3 people
it was
died.
2 men and unfortunately a 2-year-old boy.
Yikes.
And several people were wounded.
Wasn't there another murderer at the mall?
Jack the Ripper.
There was a shooting a couple years ago.
But it wasn't
just
a shooting. What- No, there was a guy. Wasn't there somebody hiding under cars, slicing ankles with razor blades?
I don't never heard that one.
Good God,
Jesus
Joe, tell me
Christ.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Where's
this is
never heard that?
I'll ask my
hiding
pops. I think because he was telling me about this.
That's terrible.
I'm curious about that.
Yeah, but he was a rapist or something. Like he wasn't just murdering people. Like he would do that, slit their ankles,
the Achilles
like,
tendons, so
the
they can't
tendons,
run
so
away.
they would
Yeah.
fall, and then they couldn't run away, and then I guess drag him into his truck and run off or something. But I don't know if that happened at the Springfield Mall or one of the times happened.
I don't know, Jim. Where'd you do that?
God. Oh my goodness gracious.
I plead the fifth.
Speaking
1,
of-
2, 3,
Speaking
4,
of serial
5.
rapists slicing ankles, we got our new sponsor.
No.
The next one. So you went out and you
You
asked
want to do that
people.
real quick? No, I'm just
I
kidding,
got
yeah.
it. So you went out and asked the pages. I guess it was for today, or you were just eager. What are people's favorite memories of Delco?
Yeah, just that was out of curiosity. Like, what do people think that most?
One of them I'll bring up because I brought it up on a previous show we used to work with. There's an episode of Rescue 911. One of my favorite things is when I go to like a show, like a real reality show kind of situation like that, is I go and say, is there ever an episode that took place in fucking Delco? And in the show called Rescue 911, which
Love that.
it was hosted by William Shatner.
Was that William Shatner? Not William Shatner. Was that William Shatner?
Not Robert Stack.
Oh yeah, that's Unsolved
Unsolved
Mysteries.
It was exactly like that, where there would be like 8 stories in a half an hour, and they would reenact, but they would bring in the real people who were there, the paramedics, the surgeons, the cops, all that shit, and they would reenact it and all that stuff, but they would film it actually on the scene of the crime. So there's an episode from like 1990, I think, about a shooting that happened at whatever the fuck Marty McGee's or whatever John Morton's was at the time. A shooting happened there, and like they chased the guy down into like the woods back there that go down to I-95. Cop got shot in one of the back alleys down there, and it's all that whole episode is about saving the cop and taking him to Crozier Chester. And to see the footage that they refilmed in 1990 of like what Cornerstone Pizza was, what that Sunoco used to look like, what Richmond's used to look like, what John
Wait,
Ford's used to
actual
look like.
footage or reenacted footage?
They actually filmed like they'd be like, oh, we were racing down the street, and actual shots of like going down Port.
Oh, okay.
They actually show what Crozier Chester used to look like, which is unrecognizable from what it looked like in the 80s to now. And dude, it's a really cool episode. It's
Was it a good hospital?
It was the best trauma one to bring a cop to. It had
Yeah.
and then it keeps going, and I think they end up busting the two Turks actually.
No way.
Or like in Essington, and like they have footage what
People
Essington
get
looked like
busted at
back
Lou
then.
Turk.
And
Insane.
it's really cool to like see Delco stuff in time, going with that shitty '90s camera
Yeah.
angle. And you know, obviously
Has the date and time on the bottom?
Yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't a camcorder.
No, I know.
It
I'm
was
just
a
messing
sub.
with you.
But you know, and the people are still local. We could probably try to reach out to them. The last show we did it on didn't have the problem we have now. We could probably be like, yo, is this person still alive? Like, what's going on with this story?
Do you remember what cop? Were they Prospect Park cops?
It
Were
was
they-
Prospect Park, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He got shot in the back alley back there, and someone brought it up on his post, like the episode of Rescue 911 here happened in my backyard.
I gotta check that out.
Oh, dude, and they literally filmed it like in the people's backyard, like the
That's
actual backyard, to see the back of a Delco house, the uncomfortable inside of a Delco house in 1990. It's like, ooh, little trendy. But yeah,
Look at all that plastic on the couch.
It's all plaid and like denim.
We should do an episode where we watch some shit.
We should have
I
some.
was gonna say, can you
recreate the
show
crime.
stuff like that?
I'm sure, like, most of the people are still alive.
No, it's 1990. Yeah.
I mean, we're still alive. I was born in the 90s.
You were not born in the 90s.
Yeah, well, I was young.
So that is
I
a
was
cool
born in the
one.
90s.
I would definitely recommend checking it out.
Check that out.
One person said Billy Penn actually landed in Upland. Never get credit for that around here.
Oh yeah, did he stop off in like we say
From
up
what
in
I
Chester?
understand, there's Upland, and Upland actually became part of Chester later. Like they changed the name. I'm not quite sure on that, but yeah, he actually landed in either October 28th or 29th,
So birthday.
1682, and what was then Upland. And yeah, there's actually a monument that's there that recognizes his landing there. Not in the best neighborhood.
In actual Upland,
No, Chester.
it's in Chester.
It's like in the really
Is that why you
rundown
went
part of
further
Chester.
towards Philly? Or you're saying now it's not the best neighborhood?
It's not the best neighborhood now.
Oh, okay.
Like a lot of broken down, like buildings and stuff.
Oh, not here.
It's like right near a trucking
Roll up.
area. Like if you go there, I would go during the day, not at night.
What is William Penn? Like, let's just think about that. You're saying it now. It's like
No idea who he was.
I'm like, so he was here, and I'm like, he's not Ben Franklin. He's not fucking George Washington. I'm like, so he got here. It's named after him. Like, what the fuck did William Penn do?
Well, actually, William Penn, from what I understand, I think the king owed his daddy a debt, so he gave that as land grant to William Penn, his son. If I understand, if I remember right.
He came
Why Penn Woods?
Pennsylvania, Penn Woods.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where did William Penn live when he got
I would probably say around Chester, if I had to take a guess, or Philadelphia. I'm not quite sure.
Probably right by a water source, I'd imagine. He didn't go probably too far inland
Well, he has
because the
whole
hills
state.
have eyes might start doing sex things to him.
So there's like no way that William Penn actually saw the entire.
Oh no, he definitely probably did not see like Pittsburgh area at all.
I literally.
Fuck
That
Pittsburgh.
was still the frontier.
No wonder.
even back when
One of my Pittsburgh
Revolutionary
sucks.
War was happening.
Like literally, like I literally just feel we never learned anything about William Penn besides we're named after.
My
Keep naming shit after.
my buddy moved to Texas and was dating a girl on there, and she was like, "Oh, you guys not Pennsylvania history?" I was like, "No." She's like, "Oh yeah, we didn't get out of 8th grade until we like had to get a
2
certain
years
score
of
on Texas history." Yeah,
Yeah, we don't have that hit problem here in Pennsylvania.
They were also their own.
that's
so they
fair.
actually have real stories. Ours is just
Oh.
like
That would make
Atlanta
sense.
here.
Texas does love itself.
Yeah,
I believe if it was like if Texas was an actual person, it would touch itself to itself in the mirror.
one thing they bring up is
Fair.
the Underground Railroad and how involved Delco was. And what the
Yeah,
fuck
I
is that?
didn't know about
Sellers Library.
So I knew
Yeah.
about all the stops that people keep finding in Darby and all that shit. One thing dawned on me during the whole pandemic because I had to keep going down to Delaware to get beer. Did not realize.
that. He's using are you using the Underground Railroad to get beer?
yeah.
Did not know Delaware was a fucking slave state.
Oh,
yeah, we were literally the dividing line.
Yeah,
Because because it's just like
That's
this is
why-
Out of the 13
we shifted the
colonies,
Mason-Dixon line.
out of the 13 colonies, it was the last one to make slavery illegal.
that's how
It just fought on the north side.
that's how it started. Was me trying to insult Delaware by going like they're fucking below the Mason-Dixon line. And I looked up, like, what's Mason-Dixon line again? I saw it and they're like, well, it's above it, but they were also owned slaves. So that's like we were literally people's freedom was just like I need to get the Delco.
Oh yeah,
That's crazy, man.
Now everybody's trying to get out.
I need to be
apparently.
on this side of Ridge Avenue.
And you never
One of
can
the
leave.
most prominent abolitionists at the time was a Quaker named Thomas Garrett. He lived over in Drexel Hill. His house is still there, and they have a marker recognizing him. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's named after
Delco is so woke.
You never saw the plaques, the
Yeah.
big blue and gold plaques.
plaques with the P's. and
Yeah,
Peter, right?
plaques right
yeah,
now.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Media training.
Including Delco had a number
Yeah,
of
it's-
Quakers. Quakers did not believe in slavery, and they were one of the biggest abolitionists.
Make
So-
great oatmeal.
William
They
Penn
do.
was a Quaker.
Yeah, he was.
Yep.
So
He
that's
was a
why.
Quaker with the shit.
The Quakers also they didn't believe in drinking. That's
Yeah.
why we came.
They were big
Beers
into
on
soaking
Sundays.
too.
Well, they
Those are
kind
my-
of
They got
Mormons.
goods and bads.
yeah.
Quakers are like East Coast Mormons.
Yeah, they freed the slaves. That's nice. You can't drink on Sunday.
That's
Yeah.
So what's talking about drinking? I'm out.
So yeah, I didn't like. I thought they were like, oh yeah, just escape like Virginia, and then you
No,
just say-
Maryland, Delaware, both were border states. Like when Abe Lincoln gave the Emancipation
It was only for
Proclamation,
South slave or
it was
South
only
State.
for South. It did not include the.
It did not
Yeah,
free
it
slavery in
it does
all
make
of the
a little
United
sense
States.
if you think about it, because every time you've gone into like a place in Wilmington and somebody's like, "How you doing there, Bucko?" Yeah.
Oh my
Never.
God, you
Want to go
Never.
watch some NASCAR? Yeah.
clear Neiman's Road, and it's Mississippi.
That's slower,
I never-
slower,
I never had to experience that until 2018. This time of year, it was fuck. I had to go pay a traffic ticket in Cecil County, Maryland.
Oh
I got
boy,
there, she was like, "How you doing today?" I was
That's
like, "Are you
rising.
fucking
you may
kidding me?"
even be a little too dark to go down there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I walk in the courthouse and it was like,
Especially with
they
that hair.
scratched the fucking record. And they're like, "Yep." I was like, "You guys want to pay this fine?" They're like, "You could just wait another 6 months. You wouldn't have to pay it anymore." And I'm like, "Well, I'm here now. Here's your $25. Thank you." But they all had like weird Southern drawl. I'm
It's
like,
a
"We're
different-
30 minutes from Philadelphia, asshole.
Mm.
Figure it the fuck out."
Yeah, that is a
I
different world.
used to have an office in Delaware, and I have people coming in. You know, I've had people come from Maryland and stuff, so it's expected to have somebody with that Southern drawl. But I had one guy going, "Hey, how you doing there, Bucko? Yeehaw, blah blah blah, all this stuff."
It's not the South. We share the weather with them.
I know, but what I'm saying is,
It snowed there today. Too.
I have a draw from like Maryland, even in below Virginia, but it's like I'm expecting to be one of those guys. He's like, no, Wilmington, grew up here my whole life.
Listen to Joe Biden talk. He has a fucking Southern accent. He's from Wilmington.
Isn't he from
He
Scranton?
was actually born in Scranton.
Scranton, but yeah, he spent most of his life.
Scranton has a worse accent.
Yeah. That's because they have no teeth up there.
Scranton.
Yeah, they're all just tons of meth.
Yeah, I don't know
Media
about this thing,
trading.
except the
That's it.
office there.
Media
Generalization of the people's Scranton.
All our Scranton fans just left.
I think it's called Scranton Live.
Blackbeard landed in Marcus Hook.
Oh,
Actually, yes.
Blackbeard landed in Marcus Hook.
No
yeah,
way.
Whoa.
He was real.
yeah, apparently he was real, and
Okay.
he was
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot more
Blackbeard
recent than you
was-
think he
very real.
Was there a red beard too? So we just named pirates after the color of their beards.
Some of them.
Is it Redbeard a guy like the pirate too?
I would not be surprised.
When do you think Blackbeard existed?
Obviously, he was in
Like
as
late
famous.
1800s,
That's
early
I think
1900s.
that's what it was. But I was just like, you know,
Yeah, I thought
Nah,
like,
pirates were really big
pirate
right
shanties.
before. Like, you gotta think, boats were still big right before we created planes, which was like early 1900s.
it was like William Penn.
There were
I figured
pirates on
William
William
Penn
Penn, he was 1600, so yeah, definitely be pirates
Yeah.
then.
yeah, like, Pirates of the Caribbean. I wouldn't expect it to take place like fucking recently.
Yeah.
In the last,
Yeah,
like,
but here's the funny
110
thing. So I
years.
remember, and tell me I'm wrong, but we played this game in senior year history.
Who's in my mouth?
Yes, I didn't go to Bonner.
We
Oh,
played Who's in my ass.
but my teacher stepped this game and he was like giving away like prizes, and he would say, "What came first? What do you think came first in history?" And be like, I forget what I'm trying to remember. One of the questions was so long ago. Like
The man.
Me or my wife.
no, but he'd be like, "I'm done." But like how our idea of history like wasn't as far back as we think it is, or something like like you're saying, like how far baseball goes. What happened, like the first Major League Baseball game, or
No, we're fucking wrong. Blackbeard was 1680 to 17.
that makes sense. Right up
what
before
I was
we were an
fucking-
actual,
all right.
like that was right before we were an actual country. I mean, 1776.
Yeah, I didn't think that Blackbeard was
You're about
like
15
around in, like
plus
fucking
years away.
1890.
But now the ultimate question: could he have fought William Penn? He could have fought William Penn. They died the same year.
Maybe they died fighting each
Oh
other.
my god!
They ever share the same woman?
I didn't know where. he
Or
was.
syphilis,
Yeah.
according to Oregon Trail.
Yeah,
Oh,
you died of
dick. He
dysenteria.
went back home.
Ew.
So
William
did
Penn.
Blackbeard have one ship, or did he have like multiple ships that he would?
I'm not quite sure. I think he was actually multiple ships.
That he
So would that be an
Plunder.
armada?
He would just go and
Yeah.
plunder. He
Yeah.
would just go.
Spanish Armada.
But in Marcus Hook, there's a building called the Plank House. It was once the home
I've
of
been
the
there.
supposed mistress of Edward Teach, aka Blackbeard. It's still around there. You can still go see it.
She's still there. She's dancing over text, giving gum jobs for a quarter.
She probably had a Blackbeard as well back in the 1600s.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh.
Blackbeard's known to have operated in Delaware River, and it has probably visited Marcus Hook on a number of times, especially when you see your mistress.
That was probably a main port back then, right?
It's still now. I mean, like you have a lot of shipping going
Yeah.
through there. But
Crazy.
William Penn literally lived in fucking South Delaware.
What a dick.
What a jabroni!
Yeah, $5. They're in the thing. Call them the C word.
What a piece of garbage! We still
Homer's on a budget
So you were
tonight.
telling me he owned a lot of property in Delco but didn't live in it?
Yeah.
I mean, PA.
yeah.
George
Yeah.
Sorrow.
He
Does that guy
probably
fuck
had a
those goats? No.
I am. Jim, you'll be happy. He also pissed the hell off of Ireland.
Fuck him.
Don't worry, Jim's Scottish. Remember?
Yeah. So, all
Wait, you
right. She's
pissed
talking
off
about
the
Samuel
Irishes?
Riddle. and shit, Yeah.
I like him.
Should tell that to sale.
All right. Which
Fuck 'em.
post that you've made has gotten the most positive feedback, and which one's gotten the worst?
I would say the most positive was actually the From Creek Ruins,
Okay.
which means the most to me. That's actually like my interest in history in Delco, because I would go visit there as a kid. It was only later as I grew up, I'm like, why is these ruins here? So that got the most. The one that got the least was when I asked about, don't ever post about politics.
Oh,
I asked
yeah.
about the War Board Republicans. Apparently they controlled Delaware County for a number of decades, from what I understand.
Yep.
And that got me banned from Delco memories for about a month and a half.
Yeah.
You
From
got
the Civ-
banned?
from the Civil
You got
War up
tossed out
until
of
like
that page.
2 years ago.
I should not
Dude,
have.
you're like the baddest ass in
Last
this room right now.
Yeah, honestly.
You
by
were
far.
just stating facts, and they kicked you out of, or they banned you from the group.
They for a temporary ban for about a month and a half.
That's not.
Did they send you
temporary.
a kindly worded email?
No,
You're out for 30 days
I
until you get your facts straight, young sir.
well, in all fairness, people tried posting, as you can see in any like Upper Darby, how often they post political stuff, and then it turns into a shithole having
Dude,
nothing to
they-
do with the township.
They protested the mayor's house.
They literally showed
They
up
organized
Did
on
they
that
really?
group
Yeah.
and protested her house.
when they
I don't like
before
her
the
house
Like they
Capitol
showed up
thing,
at her house.
House
They
a
showed up
nasty house.
protesting
Yeah,
outside.
they're like, yeah, we're not
Yeah.
picking up trash for like a
On the trash
month.
Well, no, I remember hearing about that. I had a friend that lived
Where's
there.
the goats at?
And they
Yeah,
get the
people
goats. They get
literally
goats because they didn't want to pay people to cut the grass. So they get
paid
goats
like
to eat the grass.
$20,000.
And like municipal. Municipal.
$20,000.
$20,000.
$22,000.
Could have paid me to cut the
20.
grass for a year.
I know a guy would have done it for $1.50.
Yeah.
Dude, and if you went down there, you literally saw that like they only took care of, and I'm not joking when I say this, 45 foot by 20-foot stretch.
Yeah.
I can't imagine goats do a good job.
It was.
No, it's not like they're going to
But-
eat it evenly.
Okay.
Every time I
So
hear
they
how much-
eat it and then they shit right
And
there.
guess
Do they
who?
fertilize it?
And guess who watched the goats? Landscapers who just went in afterwards. And fucking cleaned up. And, like I'm dead serious.
Going on in
Well,
Upper
yeah, so
Darby.
they have landscapers clean up after the goats that were
Yeah.
landscaping.
Yeah, that's what we have to
Every
do.
time you
Goats.
talk about how much they spent on those goats, I think of that scene from Independence Day. You don't think they actually spent $5,000 on a toilet seat?
Yeah, 80,000 on a toilet seat.
Yeah, $5,000 on a hammer, right? You know, the money goes somewhere else. Like
David.
David, come on, David.
Have you ever been wrong in any of your posts?
Yeah.
Why did I send my mother to Atlanta, David?
David, why did I send my mother to
Wrong
Atlanta?
about different things. I'm sure I've been wrong about dates.
What have you been wrong about, and how did you deal with it?
I just take as goes. I mean,
You don't make up
How
random
often do
facts and
people
start
actually
fights
call
with
you
random-
out on it? Like,
if
you ever
I'm
get anybody
wrong,
like, listen, son of a bitch, it's 1908, not 1907?
it's not a big deal. You just learn from it. I mean, I'm still learning history. Like Rescue 911, I learned from you guys, which is extraordinary.
What else did you learn
Apparently,
from us
you
tonight?
use stupid goats to clear out your weeds when you could have just hired people for less and waste taxpayer money.
Upper Darby does that.
Upper Darby.
Upper Darby does that.
$20,000.
Don't worry, she went to Harvard. She's so much
And
smarter than all of
apparently-
us, apparently.
Is that per
The
goat?
names for it are even more ridiculous for the tiny, tiny, tiny sections of Delco.
Wait, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you know any Havertown history?
Not too much.
Yes, one time was.
Havertown isn't real.
No, it doesn't exist.
It's a
just a zip
figment of
code.
my imagination.
Called
here's-
Moylan. which is like-
so there's all the elementary schools that were there up until all have the same names. So if you are, you know where like Lanark Diner is,
Yes.
and like the Havertown
yes,
Post
I
Office.
do.
Havertown Post Office, that was Chatham Park, PA. And then where I live now is Manoa, PA. And then that was all Haverford Township. They're all separate, like
Wait, is
entities.
Manoa an actual town? Like, has Manoa
Yeah, that was
post office, Manoa
Mhm.
police, and all
it did
that?
back in the day. There
Manoa
was,
mayor?
Same as
There was a
no,
store that
not,
was
no
in-
mayor.
there was some bullshit like clothing stores like that. That was in McDade Mall. That was also in Manoa. From forget the name. It was in like the 60s.
But
The Carlton shop?
I don't know.
I can
My dad
guess
was
the
always talking
Carlton.
about it. He's like, guys, I had no idea where this Manoa place
so
was.
you're saying that Havertown
No,
It's
so
not.
Havertown itself is not real. Up until in the last like 30, 40 years.
It was
Nope.
the late 60s.
Yeah, because it was like Chatham Park, PA, Manoa, PA, Oakmont, PA. So still, like if you dress off to Chatham Park, PA, it'll go to
that is actually.
Yeah.
And
That
actually,
area.
all of them you just said.
yeah
that
that or the Grange Estate. I forget what part of that is. I think that's like Penfield.
was on
But
there.
no, it's so it's Haverford. Like you'll never see. It doesn't say Havertown Police. It'll say Haverford Township.
Yes.
Havertown is
Learned
the
that
makeup
wrong
of
way
Haverford
multiple
Township.
times.
The confusing part about that and why it became so big was because at the time they changed it in the late 60s is when there was a mass exodus of people from West Philly to that area. And the town that was talked about the most was Havertown. So if you moved outside of just what that little, I think it's technically an 8 or 10 block like radius, that's Havertown. You moved near it, you just told people you were from Havertown. Like if you tell someone from Colorado, you're from Philly. So they would just say, oh, Havertown. So it just became that entire area, just became Havertown.
So that was like the schwanky place to live for a
In a
short time?
sense, yeah. In a sense.
Would have been much easier to say.
So it's like the United States of Havertown.
It's the what?
The United States of Havertown. They just combine all the little towns, called it Havertown. It's still Haverford Township, which would make sense if you're trying to get people from West Philly, because you technically just go down Haverford Road into
Yeah, because
there.
Haverford Township covers way more ground.
And part of
than-
it's
Learn
in
that
Montgomery
top of those
County.
damn
Yeah.
shirts.
Just like Wayne. Wayne separated into Delaware County, Montgomery County,
Hi,
and Chester
Wayne.
County.
Party on.
or the fucking nail is like barely in Delaware County.
It's
Oh my god,
yeah.
absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
2 blocks away.
I didn't think it was until when my car got stolen and a Haverford
Yeah.
police cop showed up.
Well, yeah, Havertown cops will go up until like I think it's Fremont Avenue, like 2
County
streets up.
line.
Oh yeah, County line. Yeah, we're County line.
County line literally separates Montgomery and Delaware County.
Makes sense.
And then
Heichel's is on the right side.
Heichel's.
Build that wall.
Yeah.
I'm saying, stop letting fat women vote. For fucking start.
Christ. Jesus Christ. All right. So the last question, because you clearly are probably the smartest person in Delco when it comes down to Delco.
No, there's plenty of smart people than me.
Not many. Let's say not.
With history.
What is the most Delco town? Not who's won our things, but like who is the most Delco town? I've always given my answer, not to stand by my answer.
I would have to say Ridley, and it's not because of just you guys, just because you see like
I'm Amateur.
like the most crazy stuff I have to say is on Ridley pages.
Like, was crazy bad or crazy good?
It's up to your
Yeah,
interpretation.
okay.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, all right.
And some of like this Ridley is just fascinating. I mean, where else do you
We're the
people
gold standard.
protesters? I mean, that's incredible.
Ridley's the gold standard of Delco.
At least that's what
It's
they tell
okay.
themselves
You guys
in the
can
mirror.
say.
And that's hard. I went to everywhere. I hate saying that, but Ridley, I have to say, if there's definitely Delco, and you take that as it is.
They won the first
Really?
most Delco town bracket.
Yes,
Yeah, they got
there's a
beat by
reason.
Clifton the second
That's
time.
right.
Yeah.
That's one of the smallest townships. Just destroyed them.
I subsidize the
There's
Ridley.
so many
and I say it's
haters.
Folsom.
Huh?
Folsom's part of Ridley. I still say Folsom is the most Delco town.
Yeah.
It has it has all the things that you probably are thinking about Ridley right now. Going, oh, actually, Folsom. You got your Charlies. You got your Frontier. You got your Annas, your Mike and Emma's. You got the original Wawa. You got all those things. You had the
Nifties.
people who were like in Ridley, but not the black and white cop cars, red cop cars, which is terrible.
Oh, he's gonna say cop car.
That comes to my mind when I think of Ridley. Oh, Folsom, 50-50s. Sorry, Folsom. Yeah, Folsom.
50-50.
Where does Holmes start?
That's I
thought-
think
I think-
Nifty's is like the edge of Holmes.
I
isn't
think
it?
I think 420 splits it.
Its
Yeah.
address is Folsom.
Is it?
Folsom's weird though, because Folsom wraps around.
Can we do
Millmont
the,
Park.
Folsom goes up
Can
to
we do the
Millmont Park
Delco
too.
draft?
It goes around it, yeah.
Kind of like they did with the
racial draft.
racial draft on
Yeah.
Chappelle show.
We have towns claim.
Like,
claim
like Folsom goes, or Holmes goes, we're drafting nifty 50s.
Yeah.
Folsom, you can't do that. There's a dividing line.
No. Nope. The draft.
Should we make people do that? It has no legal
we should
standing.
do it.
All right. Fine. Everyone's like, the Holmes. I feel like there's too many things debatable in this area. And
Don't pull their dicks out draft time.
I wish Scrapple was made somewhere out. It was Middletown.
Middletown Township.
So, well, maybe if Eddie Stone says we want Scrapple, we're taking Scrapple.
Okay.
They're gonna draft Scrapple.
Well, who's
A
taking
fantasy Delco draft where
Yep.
towns will claim things.
Yes.
each of us?
Oh,
We get representatives to call in.
That's our next episode of Middletown.
Because like
Upper Darby trades
Well-
Tina Fey
Yeah.
and Michael Chitwood for Scrapple to Middletown.
Yeah.
Nah,
Lansdowne
we'll
is
trade
taking
away
the Springfield
Jamie
ball.
Kennedy before we trade her away.
Jamie.
I want myself to adopt the Lansdowne tree.
Oh, I might.
How funny would it be if somebody drafted the Lansdowne trade?
I would protect it with
Darby would.
You can't change.
Yeah.
You can't change
The
name.
Darbarian would draft it.
Nah, Darbarian would draft the goats that were eating the.
Yeah. Oh my God.
He wants to sacrifice them.
This is brilliant. This is the next.
We have to call up Keffer and be like, "Listen, they drafted the goats.
We can't really.
Darby gets the goats now. Sorry, Keffer.
Ship them in the tank out.
You gotta pay the
Lansdowne has made a
20,000
trade with
still.
Upper Darby and taken Clifton Field.
Oh my
Easy.
God!
You got a council
Oh my
member.
God! We traded the tree.
They're going to do their own cow pie
That's-
bingo.
By the way, that's coming up again. Like I see, like they're trying, somebody put out
A social distance cow pie bingo.
no.
Everyone is 6
No,
feet away from
they're
the
trying to
cow.
get a petition for people to sign to get a school built now. Like that, even before the petition going around was to not like save the green space. Now they put a petition out that they need new schools. That the school district needs schools.
We need new schools to send these kids to. 'Cause we're sick of cyber school.
Yeah.
Maybe that solved the problem. Just go to cyber school.
Yeah.
Anything you want to let us know? Or whatever. You know what I mean? Time is yours.
Any closing thoughts?
Delco is an amazing place with wide variety of history. I mean, we have everything from Martin Luther King, who studied here,
Yeah. We bring that up every
Yeah.
MLK Day.
to where radiation house over in Lansdowne.
Oh yeah, that's my boy. Yeah, Doctor whatever his name is.
I can't even pronounce that.
Yeah, it's a really rough.
To Quakers Underground Railroad to Pulsation still.
Yeah.
To crackheads with uranium.
That's every 90s girl just going, oh, pulsations, I'm quivering.
Remember the robot from
Oh,
Rocky
the robot.
IV?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Happy birthday, Polly.
I think I got figured by the robot.
Fucking robot.
Yo, what if we?
That robot
Yo.
killed someone.
It did.
It fell on
Shit,
someone.
that's
The
right.
opening,
Somebody did die from it.
Yeah, it
the
killed
first,
someone.
the opening night.
Yeah.
Who
the first
opened
time
it? I'll
it-
choke
It's
his
still
beer.
sitting there, right? Isn't the building itself still sitting there?
I thought
Ja-
it became,
That was Taffer.
yeah, it was John
Taffer.
Taffer was the original fucking.
They were
GM.
lowering it from the PJ. PJ tell that story. They were lowering it from the ceiling to make the big entrance. It's not funny, but it fell on somebody and killed them.
Yeah, they died.
Fuck 'em, that sounds hilarious.
Happy birthday, Polly.
Oh my god.
You know, there's like some drunk slunt from Delco just sitting there going, oh my god, I just totally made out with the robot. And I think I'm pregnant.
Yo, what if we do like an article about the robot getting Me Too?
No. We should do it. All right, we got to save this for all the
Like
yeah.
Sherry O'Terry.
Guys, all right, hold on 1 second. Let me do this real quick. Guys, remember the show was brought to you by Mateo. I thank you for bringing us a lot of your history facts. Real quick, did you outside of Delco history, what's your next knowledgeable bit of history? Like, do you do American history, European
Just in general history. I enjoy history, but
What's
World
your
War
favorite
II
war?
especially. World War II.
Oh,
You got everything. You got
mine's
good
one.
guys, bad guys.
Axis,
Axis in there.
You literally have like the best superhero
You
game.
see how excited he got when he told the Axis powers?
Yeah, and he also, I love how the camera
Way
off.
too
He went into a-
excited.
He went into a
That
specific
is-
arm
I'm
motion.
not that
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah. That instead of Google earlier, he said Gerbil.
Mine,
Felt the
fucking
table
heard
get lifted.
mine,
He's like, World War II.
that.
Yes.
mine's World War One.
Oh.
Mine is World War One because it started basically every fucking war that's like went on for like most of the decade, including World War Two. It helped with the Ireland thing, like fucking communist overthrow. All the Middle Eastern countries like getting angry about it. All the shit in the fucking Balkans. And the other thing is, it was the first war that showed us the introduction of mass murder.
Oh yeah.
Of like tanks, machine guns, gas. Like, oh boy,
Oh,
Killdozers.
World War
Yeah.
One had the U-boats. That was the first time.
U-boats.
World War One was fascinating. It produced a lot of artists, really good artists, and a lot of
But
them.
afterwards, it was like a huge time.
And a lot of them were really troubled because in World War One, they be like you with your buddy in a trench, and they die, and you'd be there for like a day with the body.
We couldn't
With the
understand.
Days.
No, we
Yeah.
could never comprehend something
No.
like that.
Like,
So
you had to think about it. You literally had to be trained to go over, watch people that you became either were or became friends with. Literally, just like you said, be next to you, then step on a landmine and splatter, they're gone. Like, and then you had to keep moving forward, keep wanting to do that. Like, just imagine, like, if somebody like just a close friend or
Listen, I played Call of Duty, and I played a lot of Call of Duty. I'm in this.
trench, you know
got
about the
this.
trench warfare.
Trench warfare.
Plus, they still had
PTSD from
cavalry.
Call of Duty.
They were
Yeah,
still
like-
fighting on horses in World War One.
They were still literally running at each other with
I would
bayonets
fucking-
and also going like, "Here's a mass murder weapon coming."
But also after
That's
World War
wild.
One, it was like one of the peak histories
Stabbing
of the
horse.
America. You know, up until it got really bad in the Great
Yeah, you had
Depression.
the
got a
Roaring
bunch of-
20s and then Great Depression.
Yeah.
because we had a bunch of fucking money because we took it from them. We jumped in the war like the last 18 months, and we're just like, we won. They're like, oh, let's get out of here. Like, give us money, Germany, and then we bankrupt them, and they got mad at their shit.
Then their artist got really mad.
Yeah, their one
Yeah.
artist got pretty fucking angry.
Stop smiling like that. Stop. This isn't erotic. This is history.
Stop enjoying this part of the story this much.
All right. So, speaking of my eroticisms, Vegas Vapes. VegasVapes.com. Check them out. Bryn Mawr, Folsom, Trap, and Upper Darby.
That's actually pronounced Trapper Chat.
Trapper chat. Get your Delco,
Follow them on
Delta 8.
Facebook, Google, Snapchat, and Instagram.
Instagrammers.
But they have all your vaping needs. Check them out at VegasVapes.com. You can do pickup as well as delivery. They are amazing. Rafi over there is a great job. And
Yeah, amazing.
Jim
I was just there earlier. I picked up more of my fixed pods, which I love.
Where do you
It takes
go?
me-
Which one do you go to?
So I go to the one in Folsom. I switch
Not
from.
Trap.
Nah, I don't go to Trap. I switch from using a
Smart
Joule
bit.
to using a Fix, which I love because these pods are 1.5 milliliters instead of the 0.7 joules. So like it takes me a week to go through these. And then with my 10% discount from like signing up to their VIP thing, it's like 22
Tell
bucks.
us about the VIP thing. Would be much better for you to tell us about.
Yeah, 10%. So it's like 22 bucks. It's cheaper
how
than
does it
Joule
work?
pods. So you just give them your phone number, they put you on the VIP thing, and then you get like 10% off.
So that
I
should
got
have been something nice for the guy who's reading the ads to know. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
They'll also send you text messages to let you know.
That they're closed because of the snow.
Oh, it didn't keep you up to date.
And
They're
that they
very
open-
well rounded.
And that they opened back up today at 4 p.m. So I was able to get my fix pods before I ran out.
They told me that on Snapper chat.
So you got your fix
I got my
at
fix.
Vegas Vapes. Gotcha. All right, Delco watch caps, the winter cap. It's snowing out, guys. It snowed in Delco. Everybody got their milk, bread and eggs, but they also went to DelcoTees.com.
Give me that milk. I'm gonna make milk stick out of that butt.
Go to DelcoTees.com and order the Delco watch winter cap because they want all Delco all over your ass. But they also ordered some other things there. The nail shirts are done, right? Am I correct?
Yep.
So that was amazing. That was an amazing
We're still wrapping it
my
up,
shirt.
kind of.
I got a couple of.
It's
like
done.
500.
that they know. It's
The
Raglan.
ordering is closed on it, but you can still get the McDade Mauler. You can still get the Grit City. Like I said, the Flyers are doing great right now. Show your support with a little gritty love. The Grit City shirt. They just had to put out a whole other fact that they went fast. So get them while they're hot. Don't forget Kenwood Beer, our newest sponsor, our delicious sponsor. Kenwood Beer, the light beer, a better light beer. Okay, get Bud Light, Miller Lite, Natural
Now,
Light.
I don't say this wholeheartedly.
You know,
If there was ever such a thing as nourishing breast milk for an adult, it would be Kenwood Original Lager. It is the
it is-
lifeblood.
it is
that
a
pumps
better light
through
beer.
us.
It is a superior light beer.
Yes.
And you're like, well,
It's just weird, but
do
now
they
it's so
have-
superior?
do they have Kenwood at my local place? I don't know. You just go to kenwoodbeer.com. Click on the Kitty Tracker. Also on their social media at Kenwood Beer. It's brewed right in Philadelphia. It's the only light beer brewed in Philadelphia.
It's named after Drexel Hill Street, just like Garrett Road and that guy Garrett.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. So
Yeah.
Kenwood Beer, check them out. Kenwoodbeer.com. Follow them on all the social media. Or go to your local bar and ask them, because you can go to Dolan's Bar, 24 East Sellers Avenue, and ask
And they
them
got it
directly.
on tap.
They got it on tap.
Oh boy, there's
There
nothing-
it is.
Al, the only
Fresh.
thing better than a can of this grown-up breast milk, like Kenwood Original Lager, is getting the grown
Straight
up
from the tap.
breast milk straight out of the teat
tap.
of the tap.
He's
of
calling
the
mother's
Delco
milk.
Bar.
It's mother's milk.
Yes.
fucking Mad Max.
But it is on tap at Dolan's and many other places. But Dolan's is the place to be because you have to go there. Enjoy not just Kenwood, but many other things. They have amazing food items. That time they had the chili over.
Yeah, homemade
Oh
chili.
my God, the chili's amazing. You
Every
gotta try.
Tuesday, free food.
I don't say this
and he
half-heartedly.
uses he said PJ uses potatoes
Yeah, not beef.
instead of the beans, right?
Sounds very Irish, pal.
Oh,
I tried
yeah.
that.
It's
I tried that.
fantastic.
I'd actually think I would prefer the potatoes.
Yeah,
100%.
I totally do.
I don't say this half-heartedly. The chili
This is say many things half-heartedly.
is like the breast milk of chilies. It just pulses through the
So,
veins.
So like the each breast one has Kenwood, one breast has chili
That'd be
from
so
Dolan's.
fucking awesome.
And that's Dolan's.
Sign me up for that.
That is Dolan's.
Dolan's two boobs
Yeah.
are
The
chili
breasts.
and
You
Kenwood.
just walk in and start sucking on the teeth. And grab the chili teeth or the Kenwood teeth.
That's why you
There's
don't pay
other
attention
things you
just
can
to
enjoy
one
there
teeth.
at Dolan's. It is the most Delco bar.
We're going over there in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, come say hi.
Join
to
us.
Do they have
Is there fucking chili
the
today?
breast milk of beers?
I'll buy Kenwood
It's the
for
breast-
come hang out with
the
us.
breast milk of beer. So, guys, thank you, Mateo, once again.
Yeah, dude, that was
Amazing
fun.
job.
Been a pleasure,
Yeah.
guys.
We're going to talk off the
Thank
air.
you.
We have some ideas here. Ideas are flowing. But, guys, thank you for joining us tonight. It was a great episode tonight. Check out DelcoLive.com. Follow us on all social media, Twitter, Instagram,
Snapper chat,
Snapchat. Is
breastmilkreviews.com.
Delco Live on
Instagram.
Snapchat?
Yeah. Delco Live's on
I know you
Snapchat.
guys were. I wasn't sure.
At Delco_live.
Okay. Who's running that? Because we need to find out.
Its name is breast milk 420.
Gotcha. Friends with Louis Holbrook 69.
You know, and they're best friends.
Yeah. But
Yeah, we'll just
yeah,
search
follow us,
it
guys. We
live.
got a lot of cool things coming down. down the pike. Coming up this year, and hopefully, if,
The Pike.
if things get better, maybe certain days that make Delco could happen again. We'll find out. But everything's in the works. Thanks to our sponsors, Delco Teas, Vegas Vapes, Kenwood, and the bar, West Delco Bar, Dolan's Bar, for making this possible. Once again, thank you guys. We're going to be heading out. Any closing thoughts, Holbrook?
Keep on keeping on in 2 days on the 4th. Make sure you drink heavily just to commemorate the Philly special.
Goes to $1.